Each card has something specific. The first card is going to be what you're letting go of in 2023. The second card is what you're bringing in 2023. And the third card is from a special deck of what's the overall message of 2023 going to be for you. So if you guys don't know what the number 2023 means, thank you, Christy, honey. 23 is a really, really intensely spiritual number. Not quite the Jim Carrey 23 movie type of spiritual, but it's a number of new beginnings. It's a number of starting over. It's just, go look it up. Google it. Anyway, yeah, I know it says 2033. That's my typo. Y'all like that? On YouTube, it actually says 2023. So, hey, welcome to my life. I already have a few people on my list. There are still, I think, maybe a couple tickets left. I am streaming on YouTube, so that way if you guys missed your read on TikTok or you want to watch it later or you just want to go back and listen again, I got you. I got you. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. So Miss Jennifer Avery, I have you down for 3. Are you here? Because I need to know if these are all for you or if they are for different people. Because if they are all for you, then I will line them up differently. Because I don't think, yeah, it doesn't tell me. So we're just going to do this since I don't think she's here. I'm going to line them up. Oh, thank you for the compliments, guys. Y'all stop. You're making me blush. Stop. So let's talk about something else because I don't take compliments well. If you guys didn't know, the Bodhiverse is back on Saturdays. Next Saturday, not tomorrow. Next Saturday will be the first episode of the Bodhiverse for 2023. Y'all, I have spent the last 2 weeks reaching out to some of my favorite creators, to some of my celebrity friends, and oh my gosh, I have an amazing lineup of people for you. I'm waiting on one more person to just confirm what day, and then I will do a video. But let me tell you guys some of the people that I have scheduled already to be on the Bodhiverse. Are you ready? So I just spoke to the Crystal Pistol, who a lot of you guys tagged in my video, and they are going to be honored to be on. So we're nailing down a date for that. I also have the Green Witch. If you guys don't follow her, I fucking love her. She's fantastic. I have several other people. It's Bobby OOP has agreed to be on as well. And I have a few of my celebrity clients and friends that have agreed to be on, such as December Lace, who is an ex-pro wrestler. I also have John Dugan, who is Grandpa from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacres. And just this morning, I booked Aaron Schwartz, who is an actor. He was in The Sandlot and Heavyweights. He was also in Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. Yes, I'm super excited about it. But I wanted to share that with you guys. You know, 300 of my closest friends, right? Y'all got to hear it first before I ever put out a video. Y'all got the inside information. So without going any further, because I'm nerdily excited about that, Miss Jennifer Avery, I have you 3 cards in each line. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. So if you guys have creators you'd like me to get on, I am giving preference to smaller creators because every big creator was at one time a smaller creator. Please, please tag them in that video, okay? So this first line, Jennifer, is what you're letting go of in 2023. This line here is what's coming into you. So let's look at what you're letting go of, okay? Now, Jennifer bought the 3, so that's why she has so many cards, okay? So the very first card that you have here is the Covenant, which is a sacred contract. The second one you have is the Dragon's Hoard, which is protecting the future. And then you have this one, which is very interesting, okay? This is, well, I'll show you. This is the right use of power. This is mind games, okay? So here's here's what you are letting go of in 2023, Jennifer, okay? 3 major things. The first one is this sacred contract. 2022 brought you a lot of turmoil with a specific person. Okay. Not only did it bring you a lot of turmoil with this person, it was a back and forth. I have a feeling it's been going on for a long time, but Zeus is froggy today, excuse him. But 2022 was really when the nail got hit on the head. So 2023 is going to be only a tiny bit more of that, but not as much as 2022. This contract is about to be broken. It's done. You have done your part. Your soul has fulfilled its part. So therefore, that contract is cut. It's done. It is going to come to a head before this is done, okay? There will be one more major blow up with this person, and then that's it. But here's the thing. Seeing these other 2 right here, I don't think that this is going to be some humongous ass blow up like it has been in the past. This is literally going to be one tiny thing. You are at the point where it's the straw that broke the camel's back. Then you have the dragon's horde protecting the future. There are so many responsibilities that you have taken on that are weighing you down. The 2023 is going to remove a lot of those from you. So let me tell you this, okay? Because I know when I said that, it probably upset you, or you kind of, not upset you, but you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, wait, no. The universe knows when we have taken on things that are not conductive for our path. Hey, sir, you can go out in a minute. They were just out, I promise. So you have been piling on too much in trying to either please this person, please that person, whatever. You're taking on so much that it's bogging you down. You can't move forward. So the universe is going to start removing a lot of these things from you. Not only is it going to be removing a lot of these things from you, it's going to be where you don't feel the weight of that burden. Now, hey, sir, no. I don't know why he's digging at the door so much. Probably because there's a squirrel on the porch. A lot of these things, when these get removed from your life, you're going to fight it. You're going to be upset because it is the norm and it's comfortable for you to have so much piled on you. So when these things start getting removed and it's a little light, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you to figure this out. But just breathe and walk through it. Okay? Just breathe and walk through it. Okay? Here's the other thing, and this right here makes me super happy for you. If you notice, these 2 are pretty much the same colors. They are the same colors. So a lot of this has to deal with this person and that situation. This one, however, 2023 is removing a lot of the mind games for you. Some of it has to do with walking away from these other aspects where you're like, you know what? I don't need to do this anymore. But this right here, and walking away and that contract being done and having all of these things get removed from you. This right here is fantastic in that you are finally going to be back to being able to breathe mentally. Does that make sense? I know some of you guys went, what? And others of you went, oh my God, that'd be nice. We get to the point where we're so overwhelmed, where we are so stressed out about all of the things, not just the mind games that other people play with us, but the mind games that we end up playing. Oh, I'll poke myself in the eye. Do you like that? The mind games that we end up playing with ourselves. Oh my God, I got to do this and this and this. We give ourselves ADD. We give ourselves ADHD because we pile so much on there. So a lot of these mind games that 2023 is going to pull from you has to do with pulling all of the responsibilities, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Pulling the responsibilities. But it's also allowing your brain to breathe, to breathe. This is fantastic. I can't wait to see the second line. I don't have it turned over yet. All right, we ready? So this is what 2023 is bringing you. Okay. Interesting. So we just talked about the things that it's removing, that contract, all those responsibilities, and the mind games. Here's what 2023 is bringing you, okay? You have teachability. Then you have spiritual narcolepsy. Don't freak out, okay? Then you have rise above the fray. And I want you to notice this. This is, so guys, when you watch any reader, you can tell how long they have been reading by, this is just a little insight, okay? So I've been reading professionally since 2014. I've been reading much longer than that, but professionally since 2014. And when I say professionally, I don't mean just like I'm reading for family and friends. Like I was reading for massive sites like Purple Ocean and things like that, reading tens of people a day, okay? Yeah. Pay attention to how the cards shuffle. Pay attention to how the cards fall. Do not move the cards when they fall. And pay attention to the colors. I already pointed out that these two were the same, pretty much the same color. So I want you to notice the darkness of these cards. See how dark they are? That is darkness that is being removed from you this year. May not feel darkness because you're used to it. A lot of times, guys, we get so used to that devil, you know, we don't realize how dark it is. Now I want you to look at these. I want you to look at the colors of these cards. See how much lighter that is? See how much lighter that is? See all of the gold in there? The teachability, that's pretty self-explanatory. But that card in particular talks about being able to relearn you, being able to relearn and replace some of the things that are being taken away from you. Relearning and replacing and learning how to be you again. There's a ton of 8s in here too, by the way. Will allow you to fill the void of some of this shit that's being pulled away from you. Now, I said not to worry about the spiritual narcolepsy, and I meant it. When you go through a shift where so much is pulled away from you, it's hard to not go through a period of, I don't know what was up with my hair right there. It's hard to not go through a period of a dark night of the soul, because suddenly all of these things that you've been used to, even though they were horrible things, they were comfortable, and now you don't have them. Spiritual narcolepsy is basically like being in the hallway, being in the void, being in between. It's not the plateau. I know everybody thinks the plateau is, you know, oh, that's where the pause is. Yes and no. The climb to the plateau is the hallway. That is the void. That's where you learn all the lessons. That's where you get beat the fuck up spiritually. That's what 2022 was for you. You got beat the fuck up spiritually. 2023 is more of you finally hitting the plateau and being able to get back to yourself and to breathe. So when I said, hey, there's spiritual narcolepsy there, but don't freak out, I meant it. I meant it. Okay? Now, the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. This right here tells me that on top of you learning to be you again, on top of you actually hitting that plateau and pausing and being able to coast for a while, you also are able to rise above the bullshit with this. Guys, once you're able to walk away from a horrible situation, person, etc., usually the situation revolves around a person. At first, you kind of get embroiled in some of the turmoil. But it doesn't take very long and you hit that I'm done phase. And you know you're done when you stop responding. That's exactly what 2023 is bringing you. That need to stop responding. From someone that was in a seriously abusive relationship for so long, it took me 10 years. I was married for 15 years. It took me 10 years to decide I was done. And when I was done, I stopped arguing. I stopped even speaking really. And I started a technique that I learned called gray stoning, which is just yes, no, and very short okay answers. Pisses that person off, but eventually they realize they're not going to get the response from you. So they stop. That's exactly what this is bringing to you. It's exactly what this is bringing to you. So for those of you guys headed to my shop, I am not there right now. I'm at home. I'm going to try to be there this afternoon, but I can't promise. So here is the messages that 2023 is bringing to you. Okay. So guys, for those of you guys that just placed orders, etc., Jennifer paid for 3 separate things. So she's got 3 lines. Okay. So hers is much longer, just so you guys know. Well, I appreciate that, Sherry. I don't speak about it because I want people to feel sorry for me or whatever. I speak about it because I was in that for so long that it wrecked my self-esteem. It wrecked how I saw myself. When you're told on a daily basis what a shit person you are and how the world would be better without you, you start to believe it, unfortunately. I managed to get out of that situation, to put myself in therapy, and to really become the person I want to be. I love who I am now. I love what I do. I want to help other people through that. Everybody, not just women, everybody. Men go through it too. So I want to show those people you can completely turn your life around. I want to be there for you guys. This is why I always say I don't want any of you guys to ever feel alone, because I had way too many times when I was alone. I don't ever want you guys to feel that way. All right. So, Miss Jennifer. The very first card I turned over. The way is clear. I love that literally just summed up everything I said. Removing all the bullshit and bringing you about this amazing calmness. 2023 is bringing you the clear path ahead to move forward. It is safe to let go. The second message for this is that it is safe for you to let go of this shit, to let go of the things of the past, to let go of things that don't serve you going forward. It is okay to put yourself first. Just like they tell you on the airplanes, secure your mask first and then help everybody else, because you can't help other people if you're on the floor. This is something that I had to learn the hard way. Trust what you need is there. This is faith, guys. Whether it's faith in God, whether it's faith in the universe, whether it's faith in the deities that you follow, whether it's faith in yourself. Trust what you need is there. When you start believing that the universe is going to bring you what you need, it will always be there. I promise. Okay? All right, Miss Jennifer. I hope that helped. Miss Kelley Allen, you are next. So for those of you guys just coming in, that was kind of an interesting read to start off with, because that was 3 in 1. Wow, okay. We're not doing that, sir. So how I'm doing these are 3 card pulls. She just happened to pay for 3. The first card is what 2023 is removing. The second card is what 2023 is bringing you. And the third card is the message for 2023. Okay? I love this deck. I love the side of it. Is that not cool? Hopefully, knock on wood. Not hopefully, but I will have a couple of card decks out in 2023. I know you guys have been waiting for a year, waiting so patiently. All right. You ready, Miss Kelley? 2023 is removing this from you. This is the balancing act. This is being on one foot all the time. Up to this point, and because I kind of know you a little bit with some of your situation, up to this point, you have had to continually balance back and forth. Rob Peter to pay Paul. That's being removed from you this year. That's being removed from you this year. Not only is that being removed from you, that means that you can have both your feet finally on solid ground to move forward. Now, usually when this gets removed, sometimes we feel like we're floating just a little bit. So know that that's coming. So once this balancing act, once the things are removed, know that there's a little bit of a transition period because you've been balancing back and forth for so long that that's the norm. This right here, this is what 2023 is bringing to you. You ready? This is repairing the veil. This is the forgiveness card, Miss Kelley. I know that you have gone through some seriously hard shit in the last few years. And I know that you've had to be this person and you have had to be strong and you have had to walk forward and you have had to put on the good face for everybody around you. But I know inside, those feelings that get pushed way down in there, they fester. The sadness, the resentment, the anger that festers. This is the year that brings you forgiveness. I have a feeling that this is a year that it finally is time for you to realize that you carrying all that stuff does nothing but cause you problems, because that person can no longer be there to take those feelings, to talk about those feelings, etc. So this right here makes me really happy. And I'm going to turn this card over and we're going to talk about it, or not turn it over, but I'm going to show you. And then we're going to talk about something here because this is really cool. Okay. So this is the message for 2023 for you, Kelley. This is spend time on yourself. And this right here is finding balance. It is okay. It is absolutely okay and well-deserved for you to finally put Kelley first. Okay? Because Kelley has been the everything, and Kelley needs some time for Kelley. Now, what I want to point out is, see the colors on this, and notice that this is balancing. These two cards are super similar. This one, though, is you balancing things that couldn't be balanced. This is actual balance. And in between that is that forgiveness. So, there you go, Miss Kelley, honey. All right, Miss Debbie Hatfield, are you ready? It's been a while since I've done card pulls, huh? I was thinking about doing channeled reads tomorrow, but now I'm thinking maybe I just need to do some Norse card pulls. Maybe we'll get all dressed up for New Year's. Yeah? Yeah? My poor Norse deck is back there like, bitch, you haven't touched me. Plus, what better way to spend New Year's than with you guys? Yeah? Yeah? All right. Miss Debbie, are you ready? So, guys, if it says sold out, then it probably is, which, oh my God, y'all gonna have me reading all day because I got dumb and I put like 35 tickets because I haven't read in a while. I get burnt out. I was doing it so much, I was getting burnt out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So if you guys want to know when my other lives are coming up, because my list does fill up really quickly, make sure that you subscribe, you follow me, you subscribe to my link tree. And if you're a member of the site, you get first dibs on tickets, because when I put up an event for tickets, I send you guys out an email and say, hey, y'all get first dibs because you're members of the site. Hey, Miss Joy, thank you. Good morning. If you're a follower, subscriber on my link tree, you'll also get tickets, like dibs, but not as good as the members of the site do. So I'm just saying. All right. It doesn't cost you anything to be a member. It's just signing up with your email. That's all. All right. So, Miss Debbie, what 2023 is removing for you. You ready? This is the Fool's Embrace, and this is transmuting pain. I have a feeling that this is twofold because I'm looking at the colors, I'm looking at the numbers, and so on. This is 22. Twofold, two different things. Part of this is a lot of emotional shit that you're carrying with you that has been stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. Because when I think about this card, when I concentrate on you and so on, it's like I see all these layers and they are just compiling on top of each other. The other one is actual physical pain, actual physical pain. I have a feeling that you probably either have, I want to say chronic illness, but it feels more like in the joints, in the bones, in the joints. You know what I mean? It's something you've been dealing with for a long time. 2023 is the year that you're able to transmute a lot of this emotional things going on into motivation. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And also with the physical pain, it's the year that I'm going to say someone, because I have a feeling that you've probably been trying to see specialists, doctors, etc. I usually don't do health reads, but that's why this like just keeps popping up in my brain. There's someone that you come in front of. And I broke TikTok. We'll pause for just a minute. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Well, I am streaming on YouTube. Not like you can hear me on TikTok. But why do I always break TikTok? Transmuting this pain will be you coming in front of somebody that actually goes, let's try this. I pretty much know exactly what this is. I had to go to 4 different cardiologists before I accidentally, nothing's an accident, ended up in front of someone in the hospital. After like my 4th stress test, they were like, hey, nothing's wrong. We can't find anything. They were trying to tell me it's anxiety. I had asthma, all this stuff. I did have asthma as a kid. So, okay, that could be a thing. But the cardiologist that came to see me was on call because someone else called in sick. He came in, he looked at my chart, and he was like, I know exactly what's wrong with you. He's like, we're going to do this test and this test and this test. And there you go. And he was right. And he got me on the right medicine. I don't have chest pain anymore. I can do the things. That's exactly what's going to happen for you this year, Miss Deborah. Now, because 2023 is bringing you some amazing opportunities, and I want you to notice the colors. Look how dark that is and how painful that looks to this. 2023 is bringing you an amazing opportunity to move forward. Once those 2 things are transmuted, those 2 deep pains are transmuted, it brings you about amazing opportunity. Because look, 2 and 2 equals 4. Am I right? Here's the message for 2023 for you. Trust what you need is there. And I want you to notice that this card is a mix of both of these colors. It's going to take this to bring you to this, and having a little faith in you and having a little faith in the universe. Okay? It's going to be a good year. It is, I promise. So, I'm breaking TikTok. For those of you guys that are on TikTok, if TikTok breaks again, know that I am streaming on YouTube, okay? So, you can always catch me on YouTube over there. Yeah. Or, if you miss part of your read, you just want to go back and listen, you want to let somebody else listen, whatever you need to do, okay? All right. Miss Christine Carver. So I'll read the next few people on my list. This is not everybody, okay? I have Christine Carver. I have Caitlin Barnhart, Kathy Mazzell, Karen Wood, Kane Bogart. I say your name wrong every time, Kane. Christy Pulley and Danielle Jackson. And then I have a lot more after that, so don't freak out if you didn't hear your name, guys, okay? Those are just my next few, all right? All right, Miss Christine. If TikTok is lagging, if you're having issues, then no, I am streaming on YouTube. Please, please go follow me and subscribe on YouTube. I will be releasing some amazing videos. I'll put a few on TikTok, but in case y'all are new to following me, I am a professional shaman. I travel all over the United States. I went to some utterly amazing places this year. And if you don't follow me on some of my other sites, you may not have seen photos, you may not have seen videos, but I have so much that I haven't posted. And yeah, I'm fixing to post some stuff. I'm fixing to post some stuff. And those of you guys on my Patreon are going to get a lot of secret shit. Just letting you know. All right. Miss Christine, you ready? What 2023 is removing for you is this. This is the dust devil, and it's moving out of stagnation. Because I know you and because I've read for you a lot and so on, I feel like I just need to hold this card up here for you to look at it. Guys, I read for some of you guys a lot. I have met you in person, etc. And I get to know you. I know your energy. I know your situations. And so this right here, as soon as I turned this over, I started grinning. I started grinning because, yeah, I started grinning. Christine's grinning right now, I guarantee you. 2023 is bringing you out of this stagnation that you've been in. Not only is it bringing you out of that stagnation, I have a feeling that it's going to whip you into a frenzy in moving forward. Okay? What it's bringing in. Now, I want you to notice too. So, color theory is a thing, guys. The browns and so on it has to do with home and family. It also has to do with earth and being too stuck, too grounded. It also brings you in resourcefulness. Notice the colors. Green is healing. It is earth, but it's abundance and luck and analytical. So it's bringing you in an understanding of why you went through this stagnation for so long. Guys, when you start looking at everything in your life, including stagnation, as a lesson, what did this remove? What did this keep me from moving forward? What did this keep me from moving backwards? If you start looking at everything as a lesson on your path, you're going to learn very quickly that the things you've been through are the resources that you need to move forward on your path. So this is very important, Christine. Okay. Those two things, I know you were like, oh my God, yes, thank God. But this right here is really important. Ready? Be clear on what you want. This is something that I usually preach about, and I don't think I have in a while. So let me learn this. Guys, treat the universe like a genie, and this genie will give you whatever you want, but it will absolutely fuck you over if you're not careful. So before you start manifesting anything, you need to be super specifically clear on what you want and what you don't want. That sometimes is more important than what you do want. So if you're like, I don't really know, I just know that I want to be successful, or I want this, or I want that, but I don't really know the specifics. I want a new car, but I don't know what kind. Tell the universe what you don't want. I don't want a dually. I don't need a diesel. I don't need a sports car. You see what I'm saying? It's so much easier to say what you don't want. That way the universe can bring you, the universe can go, oh, okay, out of 15 things, you don't want 10 of them. Here's 5 I can choose from. Do you see what I'm saying? So be very clear on what you do and don't want with the universe, because that genie will absolutely fuck you over. Learn from my mistakes, y'all. I've manifested some shit and I got the exact shit that I wanted, but, or that I asked for. Realized very quickly it was not what I wanted. All right. Miss Caitlin Barnhart, you ready? I'm going to drop half the deck for you. My grandpa used to say, dropped your luck and picked up a gold mine. There we go. So for you guys that are in or around Atlanta, Georgia, I will be in y'all's neck of the woods and heading down that way at the end of January. So on my way back, on like the 30th, 31st of January, if there's a place in between Atlanta and Memphis and Tulsa that y'all think I should visit, whether it's a shop, whether it's spiritual, if it's your shop, let me know. Let me know. Send a message to my site. Let me know. I would love to come by and visit y'all's places. I would love to eat at your favorite places. I would love to visit some of your favorite spiritual places. Let me know. All right. Miss Caitlin, are we ready? Yeah. So yours is going to be interesting, okay? What 2023 is removing from you is this. This card is kind of hard to read. This is the cosmic womb, and this is the divine feminine. Now, I'm not saying that tell your daughter thank you. I'm not saying that this is going to remove your divine feminine. What I'm saying is you have lived in the divine feminine for too long and it's out of balance. Okay? Guys, you have to have balance. Every single person, no matter who you are, you have to have a balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. A lot of women in the last couple of years have shifted really hard one way or another. And I'm not saying guys haven't either, but I've noticed it's more hardcore with the women. They have shifted hardcore either into their divine feminine, which is fantastic, or they've shifted hardcore into their divine masculine, which is also fantastic. But if you don't have that balance, if you're not able to swing back and forth and have equal parts of them, it gets out of balance. And eventually the universe requires balance, meaning it's going to shove you back into the divine masculine. I don't feel like this is a shove because of things here, okay? But it is going to remove a lot of the things that you have put in place in 2022 as far as connecting with your divine feminine. Now, like I said, don't freak out, okay? Guys, just because I tell you something like that is going to be removed, trust me, it's for a good reason, okay? I promise. Now, 2023 is bringing you this. This is the Drifter card. This is experiencing life as it comes. A lot of times we get so set in things, and especially for people that are earth signs and air signs, we need structure. We need a plan. Like, I'm a Capricorn and I fully own it. I have to have a plan for like everything. Not only do I have to have a plan, I have to have 5 plans just in case 1 through 4 don't work. And then I even have contingency plans after 5. It is what it is. I have learned balance in having plans, but still going with the flow when that happens. Because sometimes you just have to get on the fucking inner tube and ride down the lazy river. Okay? Here is what you need to know. This is your message for 2023. Let love be your guide. When our divine feminine or our divine masculine is too far, back and forth, back or forth, one way or the other, we tend to get too set in one way. Letting love be your guide will help you when the universe kind of shoves you hardcore into that divine masculine. Okay? I know it's kind of hard, and it will be hard, but it will be fantastic. Yes, yes, I know that it says 2033 because that's a typo. That is why I do not try to plan my live schedule out at 1 o'clock in the morning anymore. Because here's the thing, TikTok penalizes creators, especially some of us larger creators, if we schedule a live and then cancel it. Even if I were to say, if I were to go on TikTok right now and schedule a live and then go, oh fuck, I messed up, delete it and redo it, I will get penalized for that. I have a very big live schedule and I stick to that, whether I'm sick, whether I'm traveling, whatever, because it's very weird for those of us that plan out live. So you guys know when we're going to be on and you can watch us. Yeah. Like they will hardcore throttle our accounts to where we're not getting views. We're not coming up on the For You page. Like our views go in the shitter. Like it is, it's insane. Canceling lives, ending lives early, those two right there, canceling is the biggest, but it will make it to where it's like TikTok hides you. It's crazy. It's worse than getting a content violation. I shit you not. It is crazy. It's worse than shadow banned. So there's times, in fact, this last year, I went through about a 3-month period where I was like, man, am I shadow banned? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I actually check my account pretty regular. And if I have someone that's spam liking things, like I will actually, you know, remove them because I can remove followers. I will actually remove them because I'm like, hey, I appreciate it, but don't do that. No, nothing. But there's been times I've had to cancel a live either because I was traveling and the internet was shit or I was sick. Penalized. Gotta love it. That's why I've started streaming on YouTube and everything else. So I'm always dual streaming because of that. So yeah. All right. Kathy Mazzell, are you ready, sugar? Let me refresh my list too while I'm doing yours. All right. Miss Kathy. Your card of what 2023 is removing from you is this. Radical acceptance. Now, I know that it's kind of like, wait, what? Up to this point in 2022, you have been trying to have a radical acceptance for everything and everyone around you. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But sometimes with putting a radical acceptance policy on ourselves, we forget who we are. We are so wrapped up in trying to accept everybody else and cater to everybody else that we forget who we are, that we lose ourselves in trying to be the everything for everybody. This happens a lot when you're a parent. A lot, especially to women, because we're expected to be a wife, we're expected to be a mom, we're expected to still be a woman, we're expected to work, we're expected to do all these things, and it's too much. And it's too much. And so our self gets fractured. Part of our self goes here, part of it goes here, part of it goes here, part of it goes here. We get fractured. And we forget who we were when we were whole. So what 2023 is removing for you is this radical acceptance, this need to be everything for everyone. What it's bringing in is this. This is the deep dive. This is deep diving into a task. And I want you to notice this. I want you to notice, I don't want to show you the bottom of this card, but I want you to notice the colors. And I want you to notice the darkness, okay? Now, don't let the darkness upset you. Dark and light is just a thing, okay? Good and bad, yin and yang. But I wanted you to notice the colors. Because that deep diving into a task. And I want you to notice this, okay? This is the beloved. This is a burning heart. That's reds and blues. The deep diving into a task is mainly blues and white. White is learning. Notice there's still a little bit of red right there. This is deep diving into you. This is deep diving into who Kathy needs to be. Who Kathy was, who Kathy is, and who's Kathy going to be. And I think that this has been a long time coming. And I hope the people around you are prepared for this, because a lot of times when we are everything to everyone and we have to hit the brakes and say, I have to be okay. I am not okay and I need to be okay. So I need to do this stuff for myself. Sometimes the people around us are not prepared for that. So here's your message. Okay. And this is similar to the message Christine got, but not the same card, but it's similar and you'll see why. This is, what does your heart want? What does Kathy actually want? There's a difference in what we want and what we need. With this being removed and with you diving back into who you are, it gives you the freedom to manifest the things that you want. Now, here's the thing about this, okay? You need to know what will make Kathy happy. And here's the thing, guys. When someone tells you you need to figure out what your heart wants, that does not have to be the whole world. It does not have to be something massive. This can literally be as simple as, I want 30 minutes to myself every week. I want a new Keurig. Do you see what I'm saying? What does your heart want? And here's what I recommend. When you guys are thinking about this, what does my heart want? Think small. Seriously, think small. It's like setting a goal. Have a main goal, have a big goal, but have all these little tiny goals that lead up to the big goal. Think small. Because here's the other thing, guys. When you start manifesting small things first, when you start hitting small goals first, when you start knowing what your heart wants, what small things your heart wants first, the big things get easier. Does that make sense? The big things get much easier. So start small, Kathy. I know everybody says, well, women are really complicated and blah, blah, blah. I am complicated and I own that. And I'm happy to be complicated. I like being complicated. I like my life being complicated. It lets me know I'm alive. I don't want a simple life. I used to think I did. I don't. But here's the thing. It doesn't take much to make me happy in any given moment. Yeah. So think small. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miss Kathy, honey. I love you. All right. Miss Karen Wood. So I saw somebody say that you missed me when I came to Albuquerque. I will be back. Trust me. I may have absolutely fallen in love with parts of New Mexico. I'm going to say parts. Okay. Parts of New Mexico and Arizona. I am planning a couple of retreats this next year. Make sure you guys are members of the site, because you will get first dibs on tickets for those. So I will be back through Albuquerque, I promise. Maybe not when the Hot Air Balloon Festival is going on this time, but I will be back. All right, Karen, are we ready? So here is what 2023 is removing for you. This is rising above the fray. For too long, you have felt like you had to stay above it. You had to rise above things. You had to be the bigger person. I'm not saying you're going to be petty and small and stuff like that, but you had to be the bigger person. You had to take things on the chin, and you had to just keep smiling and keep walking forward like nobody was hitting you. You had to take every fucking punch and continue to smile. You had to take every single ouch and pretend like everything was hunky-dory. 2023 is removing that for you. What it's removing is the punches. What it's removing is that mask that you've had to wear. What it's removing is this need for you to be above things. Sometimes we take so much, and it's part of what the universe needs our soul to do. And I hate saying that to people, but sometimes we have to take so much before the universe goes, I got you. I see how strong you are. I see that you've walked through the things that I've thrown at you. That it finally lets up. It puts it on someone else. So a lot of this shit that you've had to walk through and take all those hits will finally be removed. And yeah, let you breathe. What it's bringing into you is a balancing act. Because when all of this gets removed and you no longer have to wear that bright, shiny, pretty mask of smiles, and you no longer have to take everything on the chin and keep walking forward, that's been the norm. That's been the norm. And you're used to it. It's a habit. It's a habit. So there's been some things that have happened that you really didn't need to just take and keep going. There's been some things that have happened that you're so used to saying, okay, that is what it is. I'm just going to walk forward, when you didn't need to, when you could have been like, you know what? Fuck you, fuck that, and fuck this. I'm not doing this. It's going to be a balancing act getting back to that. This is similar to people that are all love and light. Now, I'm not saying you can't be all love and light, but you can only be love and light for so long. The universe requires balance, and I can always tell how far somebody is in their spiritual path. When you first get into your spiritual path, everything is just love and light. That's it. And that is not a bad thing, because the universe needs those people. Then you go through a severe dark phase. The universe will literally go, okay, all right, I'm done with your love and light. Boom, now you're here. And then it lets you have balance. But you're fixing to go through that balance. You've kind of had all the darkness this last year. Not that you're putting out darkness, but you see what I'm saying? The darkness has been piled and piled and piled and piled. So you're finally going to go through that balance. And it's going to take a bit for you to understand and enjoy that balance. Okay? I will tell you guys, this is hard. So Miss Karen, honey, this is hard, and it's going to be hard, but it's also going to level you up a lot. Not only a lot, it's going to give you a much deeper understanding of yourself, of the world around you, of your spiritual path. Like 2023 is going to be a year of massive growth for you. This, though, you ready? This is the message for 2023, and this is no longer holds power over you. Remember what I was saying, where all of this stuff, you've had to take it for so long? It no longer holds power over you. And I want you to notice this too. This card right here is the number 18, okay? This is where you've had to take it and take it and take it and take it. And I said, this is what's getting removed from you. Well, this card is literally half of that. This is the number 9. There you go. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that that's making you smile. All right. Kane, are you ready? Hey, Dorothy. You purchased 2. Okay, hang on. 2 of the 3 card pulls. Okay, 1 for you and 1 for your husband. Gotcha. Okay, so let me see where you are on my list here. Gotcha. Okay, so right now you're the last one on my list. So just tell me, do you want to go first, or do you want me to do your husband first when I get down to that? I am streaming on YouTube, so that way you can watch it later. All right. Hey, Kane, how are you, sugar? So I will say that even though I am planning to go back through New Mexico and Arizona, and I know I will end up back in California, there were some things I didn't get to see this last year. I might have loved me some California. But I know all of you guys on the East Coast want to see me too, and I am mainly planning to hit the East Coast. My goal for this next year is to hit the states that I have not visited. So, most of that is the Northeast. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. But make sure that you guys are members of the site because I am planning out my year. I plan out my year usually the first 2 weeks of January. So that way you guys will know when I'm coming close to you. I'm not doing a ton of conventions this year. The vast majority of things I do are going to be smaller. They're going to be private. They're going to be like private shamanic mediumships, retreats, etc. Okay? So make sure you guys follow me so you can know when those are coming up. Because the tickets for my private events sell out really fast. All right, Kane, you ready? Well, 2023 is definitely going to be a year of you getting turned on your head. So, you start off with, just like Kathy, the radical acceptance. Yours is a little different than Kathy's. Because with Kathy, hers was more having to be everything for everybody. With you, this is more of you having to accept all the bullshit. Sometimes we get around so many people that are very toxic for us. They are very toxic for our path. They're just toxic people. And I don't know, everybody's a little different. So some people, this person is in their path. These people are in their path. You have to have these toxic people to appreciate the bad people. You have to have them to overcome. There's all kinds of reasons that toxic people come into your path, guys. You have had an overabundance of them, especially in the last, I would say, year and a half. The universe is going to be removing a lot of these people from you. A lot of this radical acceptance. Like, I have to accept you because you're family. I have to accept you because you're my best friend. I have to accept you because I'm in a relationship with you and you're a toxic ass motherfucker. Guess what? You don't. This right here is the universe taking those people off your path. What it's bringing into you is reconciliations. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean reconciliations with these toxic people that it's going to be removing. What it is reconciliations with things you have let go of, things you thought you had to let go of, things you've put to the back burner, and people you've put to the back burner. A lot of times when we have toxic people that take over our lives, and that's what it is. It's like a hostile takeover. They take over our lives. They separate you from your friends. They separate you from your family, from your life, from who you are. And they're removed. We get to reconcile those things back to us. We get to reconcile ourselves. We get to reconcile with all of those people that we lost. I'm not saying like died, gone, like the people that we were removed from. So there's going to be a lot of people that used to be in your life that you were removed from because of toxic people that you are able to reconcile with this year. And I actually really love that for you. This right here is, you are here for a purpose, Cain. All of this stuff, all of these toxic people and these reconciliations and so on, is to remind you that you're here for a purpose. Not only to remind you that you're here for a purpose, but to show you that you have learned so much, that you have learned what actually matters to Cain. Because when we're younger, we think everything matters, and it does, don't get me wrong. But after a while, certain things matter way more than others. And that's what 2023 is going to show you. What all has actually mattered and what doesn't matter. It's kind of like you're going to learn how much fucks you actually have to give. That's something I haven't talked about in a while too. I probably need to make a video about that. Does that help, Cain, honey? How are you doing, by the way, love? All right, Christy Pulley. So I'm only about a third of the way through my list, guys. Just know that. I'll be on here for just a little bit. Good. I'm so glad to hear that, honey. Thank you, love. These are some of my favorite earrings. And they're super lightweight, which makes my ears happy. Aw, you're so welcome. Okay, Christy, throwing fucking shit. And I see a lot of you guys mentioning last night's Reiki session. You are so welcome, guys. You are so welcome. I love doing them. I've just got to figure out how to not break TikTok. I'm just got to figure out how to not break TikTok. Thank you guys for subscribing. I love all of you guys. All right. Ready? So, you have something interesting being removed from you. And once we go through what these are, I want to show you. I'm going to show you the colors. Okay. So what's being removed from you actually is resonating. That's what this card is for. The things that resonate with you. Now, I know you're like, wait, what the fuck? Here's the thing. And this is something I've had to explain to a lot of people recently. So you are not alone in this. So many people went through such a massive growth between, I'm going to say, mid-2021 and now. A massive growth. Your gifts changed. You changed. Your life changed. And I don't mean just little bitty things. Some people, the gifts that they've relied on their whole lives are now off. And they have new gifts. And they're like, what the fuck is this even? So you're having to learn how to use new gifts. With that, so many people have had their intuition change. And I know you're like, how does your intuition change? The way you feel it changes. So like with me, mine has shifted. And at first I was like, oh God, why is my intuition gone? It wasn't gone. It's just shifted. It used to be that when something really resonated with me, when something shifted, when some, you know what I mean? Like intuition wise, my hair would stand up on my arms or on the back of my neck. Now, that happens every once in a while. Now, I feel like someone's pulling my belly button into my backbone. I feel it in a much deeper, more intense internal way instead of like on the surface. Does that make sense? That's what's going to happen this year. Your intuition, the way it's always come to you, is going to be removed because it's shifting. I have a feeling it's already started to manifest in a much different way, but it's going to be shifting, Christy. Just know that's a thing and know it's coming. It's not a bad thing. When this happens, guys, it's not a bad thing. It feels weird, and you take it as a bad thing if you don't know what it is. But it's not a bad thing. It's actually an amazing thing. And it actually means that you just went through a huge level up. Not just a little, a huge level up. Okay? What 2023 is bringing you, however, is heart home, which is compassion. Not saying you're not a compassionate person. When your intuition shifts and changes, so does what you care about. You'll always care about your family and your friends, the things around you in the world that you care about. When your intuition shifts, you start to feel things on a deeper level. You start to, yes, that is exactly the feeling of disconnect. When your intuition shifts, you feel disconnected from everything. And I'm not going to lie, guys, this is for everybody. When you have that disconnect and your intuition feels like it's shut off, you're already developing the rest of that. It's just like the only thing I can liken it to is an amputee. And I know if you're not an amputee, you can't understand that feeling. But if you suddenly could not use your right arm and you suddenly had to rely on just your left, you no longer no longer have your right arm. All you have is your left. It would be hard, but you would learn how to eat with your left, how to drive with your left, how to put on makeup with your left, how to write with your left. You would learn, wouldn't you? Because you would have to. That's exactly what happens when you go through this shift. Your intuition gets turned off. Your gifts get turned off because your other gifts, your intuition is already there. You're forced to use it. That's the disconnect. You are forced to use these new gifts, the new way that your intuition works, etc. The universe is like that hardcore, World War II general. Like, guess what? Can't have this anymore. Figure it out. Thank you, love. So what it's bringing to you is this. When that happens, when that shift happens, it brings you in a whole new way of being in touch with and looking at the world. And it's something that almost knocks you over. And I'm not going to lie, guys, when you hit this compassion and this shift and you start to really feel the world around you, it's a different level of not wanting to deal with people than you've ever felt before. Empathic people, it's one thing. You go out and around people and you actually get a little, you start to hurt physically. Like, I can feel your chronic pain. I can feel your chronic pain. I can feel your hate. I can feel your love. You just feel all the things. With this, however, this is much different. You feel the whole world. You're going to go through phases where you literally hermit yourself. I'm kind of coming out of one. I've been hermited in my house for a good couple of weeks now. Rarely leaving. I go through that every now and then. Everybody used to make fun of me for it. And you have to get out. You have to get out. No, I don't. I really don't. I do enough peopling that when I need to hermit, I hermit. It's okay, guys. Don't stay hermited. But when you need to hermit, hermit. Especially when you go through this kind of shift. Okay? So here's the message for 2023. Ready? And I'm going to show you the colors. This is you are healing your heart. I want you to notice the colors. They're so similar there. You are healing your heart. See how different that is? When this gets removed, these things can come in. It's going to be kind of an intense year for you, Christy, but it's going to be a year of massive growth, of massive level up, etc. Just saying. Just saying. Does that make sense? All right. Danielle Jackson. Are you here, love? Woo, okay. Actually, that one fell first. Oh. Danielle always got to be hard with the cards everywhere. All right. Trying to decide if I'm cold or not. My feet are cold. It's kind of driving me up the wall. So I'm going to turn the heater on, and then I'm going to get hot. Because that's how I roll. All right. Here we go, Miss Danielle. So you threw cards at me. You threw 2 cards at me. I'm actually going to leave the other one face down. Your message for 2023. So, this is what 2023 is removing from you. Now, this is Whopperjaw. And if you guys have never watched me read, I leave the cards the way they fall. Now, I had to pay attention because one fell out first, the other one fell out on top. And even though they landed backwards, one fell out first. The first one goes in the first line. So, Whopperjawed. If y'all aren't from Oklahoma or the South and you ever heard the term Whopperjawed, it's weird. It's not sideways, just Whopperjawed. So, this is obstacles, but notice it is funky. It's not like this. It's not like that. It's like this. So, this right here is going to be, a time of, it's starting to take the roadblocks out of obstacles. With every obstacle, the obstacle is not just one big thing. It's usually the big thing and it's got all these little trailers behind it. It's like when you go bowling and you have the bumpers up, all those little things to get to the big obstacle at the end. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what this is. It's removing all of these bumpers, all of these little tiny things, so the big obstacle can be removed. I have a feeling that'll be removed either later this year or whatever. Because when I see a card Whopperjawed like this, it tells me it's going like that. Now, your next card is Whopperjawed too. Because that's how you wanted to throw them at me. I'm just kidding. And not kidding. But this one right here is the Lost Compass. And it is getting back to integrity. So, as these obstacles are starting to get removed, what 2023 is bringing to you is you literally finding yourself, finding your path, finding that compass that you need to get you back on track. I kind of can't wait to see this card now because these are 2 humongous, very important cards. They're humongous, they're very important, and they're very life-altering. So I have a feeling that 2024 is going to be a year that is just almost mind-blowing as far as the shift. So your 2023 is going to be a year of intense change and shifting and moving and twisting to get you on the right path. To remove all of the little teeny tiny things down the sides so you can remove the big things at the end. Putting all of those little tiny goals in place and you hitting every single tiny goal so you can hit the big goal at the end. Okay? This is Shine Love on Fear. It's being the light in the darkness. Now, because I know you a little bit, because I know some things and some stuffs. I know that you have some very special people in your life and in your path. I also know that you are a very, very strong soul and you're a protector. A lot of times, guys, parents are given certain souls because the universe knows that you can protect that soul, that you can guide that soul. It's exactly what this is, Miss Danielle. This is you being given that soul so you can shine the light in the darkness for them. All right. Jason. How are you, Jason? I have a feeling that you're probably going to be watching this later. I don't know if that's a shadow or if I just actually got my eye shadow way down there. I probably did because I was jamming. So we're just going to cover it with hair. Don't look. Don't look. All right, Jason. I was jamming out this morning. So Monday at 10 a.m. is the very first Makeup and Mayhem. That is something new I'm starting in 2023. Everybody always asks me how to do my makeup. I actually have my esthetician license. Y'all, I hold like 60 something certifications at this point in my life. And I still feel like it's not enough. But y'all are always asking me. So we're going to do Makeup and Mayhem every Monday morning at 10. This Monday, I will be reviewing a couple of my favorite brands. They released like some updated things that I always use, and we're going to use those. Do you know how hard it is to have brand new makeup sitting in there in the box glaring at me and I can't open it or use it yet? It's stupid. Just saying. But we're also going to talk about one of my favorite places on earth. I grew up going here. I go here multiple times a year. That is the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I actually thought about maybe running away for Sunday night to be there, but I don't have time. I don't have time to make it there. So some other time. All right. Ready, Jason? Right. What 2023 is removing for you, Jason, is rising above the fray. This is you always having to be nice to everybody, especially the people that do not deserve your kindness. I'm not saying, guys, by saying that you need to be rude. But I have learned you can only be nice to people for so long. On a weekly basis, there is somebody that comes on my site, that sends an email, that whatever, that makes me question why the fuck I even do what I do. I am still nice to them. I am still professional when I tell them that they can fuck off. Because I have learned I don't have to please everyone. You cannot please everyone. Like, it's physically impossible. But yet we try to. So Jason, 2023 is going to remove that need to please every single person around you. You know the people that matter to you. Those are the people that you need to be happy, that you need them to be good. But it doesn't mean that you have to bend over backwards for everybody. Because when you do that, you take so much of yourself away. This is the year that understanding comes in hardcore of you don't have to please every single person. What's coming in 2023 is this. This is the power of community. By not having to please every single person and not having to be nice and kind to the people that are shit to you, you see who the community is that's around you. You see who the people are that are in your corner and always are and will be in your corner. You see what matters going forward as far as your tribe, your community. Here's your message for 2023. You ready? This is the You Are Worthy card. I know that sometimes you feel unworthy because you feel like you have to be kind to everybody. You have to take shit from everybody. You have to take it. And so it makes you feel less than because you have all these people in your path that are assholes. And when you have so many people that are assholes in your path, it makes you feel like you don't deserve anything good because the assholes always tell you that you don't deserve shit. You are worthy, sweet pea. You are worthy. Not only are you worthy, but you're an amazing, amazing soul. Those people should be lucky to be worthy of you, honey. Okay? Don't ever let anybody tell you differently. I know your mom will happily agree with me. All right. Jeffrey Jackson, you ready? So I have Jeffrey, I have Melissa, and I have 2 for Valerie next after Melissa. So Valerie, are you here? Oh, thank you, Trash. I may do these tomorrow night. These are fun. Valerie, I just need to know if these are both for you or if it's for you and someone else. Twitch, is that you? Are you Valerie, honey? All right, Jeffrey, you ready? Wow. Zayden, gotcha. Okay. No, scam likely. So I have a ring. I used to have like my Wayward Son was my favorite ringtone. I had it for years, right? Now I have Rick Ross, the Everyday I'm Hustling song on there. Because you know what? It's fun to listen to Scammers Call and that song come on. Ironic, right? All right. Jeffrey, here you go. So the very first thing you have, the thing that 2023 is removing for you is this, transmuting pain. Yours is different. Whereas earlier, the person that got this card, hers I felt was emotional, physical. Yours is taking on and trying to fix everybody else's pain. It can't be done. It can to an extent. It can for the people close to you. Just because I kind of know you a little bit as well. It can for the people close to you. Transmuting other people's pain is something that a few people in the world are gifted at doing. Well, it's starting to be more and more. Your abilities to transmute pain for everybody else is shifting. Whereas you used to be able to do it. Whereas when you were younger, you literally would pull those people in, the broken people, and you would fix them. And it's not that you would put in the effort and the time and stuff. It's just them being around you and being around that crazy, amazing big bear that you are. Your strength fixed them. However, the universe is shifting that. That's no longer the case. That's no longer the case. Because the universe has you ready to do something different. You are tired of fixing the people. Also, and I want you to notice the colors on this. What 2023 is bringing in for you is this. This is the empty well, and this is a time to replenish. Now, I'm not saying that 2023 is going to make you an empty well, because you already are. You have been trying to fix everybody around you for so fucking long. For so fucking long. That you're drained. So 2023 is a year of you cutting off a lot of this and not taking on new people and new things to fix, and replenishing what you need. This is why I said that a lot of your 2023 is going to be only with the people that truly, truly, truly make you happy and deserve this from you, deserve this transmuting from you. The message for 2023 is this: let it out, let it flow. In replenishing, it's not just pulling energy in. It's not just making our energy go back up. replenishing is so much. Replenishing is making sure that we're able to let go of the shit we take on from other people, because you cannot take on broken people and fix them, even though you do it in a different way, even though you do it by showing them the strength that you exude. You cannot do that without taking some of their brokenness inside. You have to let it out. You have to let it out. This year is a year for you to relax, to get back to Jeffrey, to get back to replenishing, and to let go of the shit you've carried for so long. If you keep missing the event invites, are you a member of the site? Because TikTok doesn't always send those out. TikTok is kind of an ass at times. All right, Melissa Renshaw, you ready? So if you guys are members of the site, then I send out emails, not after every single event that I put up, but most of the big ones. So yeah. But I may just do this tomorrow, because this is fun. I like this. I haven't done card pulls like this in a while. All right. Miss Melissa, here we go. All right. Ready? So, what's being removed from you in 2023 is this. Oh, Pam on YouTube said she gets notified more on YouTube than she does on TikTok when I go live. That's what I'm talking about. TikTok doesn't always. Now, if you're a subscriber, it usually will. It will tell you because you're subscribed. You're paying for that subscription. But yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. All right. I thought I was going to yawn. There it is. Or not. Shit. Don't you hate that when you're like, oh, I'm going to yawn. It's going to be a big, good, deep yawn. And then it's like, no. It's just like when you go to sneeze and you're like, oh, I'm going to sneeze. It's going to feel great. And then it's like, no. I feel let down. All right. Melissa, what's being removed from you in 2023 is apparently the TikTok connection. I'm just kidding. This is the cosmic womb, and it is the divine feminine. Now, that tells me that just like earlier, you have swung too far one way. The universe requires balance. So it's not that it's going to remove your divine feminine. It's that you're going to be shifting hardcore. This is going to be a divine masculine year for you. There is nothing wrong with having a divine masculine or divine feminine year, no matter who you are. You have to have a little of both. So when you're one way for far too long, you start to shift the other way hardcore, especially when you are walking a spiritual path. This is going to be a year when you are really, really shifting hardcore into your divine masculine. I would say it's probably going to be a little bit of a intense year energetically for people around you. When you shift hardcore from the divine feminine to the divine masculine, or the divine masculine to the divine feminine, your energy shift is intense. It is intense. That's a lot of movement. So people around you are probably going to feel this more than you do. More than you do. Okay? I just broke part of my nail, and it really kind of hurts, but that's okay. I need to go get them done anyway. That's okay. So what 2023 is bringing into you is overflow. Overwhelm and plenty. With this shift in your energy, The universe is bringing you a shift in everything. A shift in everything. So, you probably need to have your big kid pants on this year. You probably need to have your big kid pants on this year, Melissa, because this is a massive shift in every single thing around you. The overwhelm card, the overflow, this is like, this right here tells me that at least for 2022, and I would bet in the last 2 years, you have had a lot of things removed. You've had a lot of things removed. You've lost a lot. And it's just like you've looked around one day and went, what the fuck? Like, what happened to this and this and this? And where did all these things go? Why did this get removed from me? The universe has to make room. The universe has to make room. Thank you, Miss Andrea. The universe has to make room for new things to come in. There's the yawn. If you guys have never watched me before, I forget to breathe sometimes, and so I yawn a lot when I'm reading. The universe has to make room. It had to remove all of those things from you for the past couple of years so it could overwhelm you with all of the good coming back in. Here's the message. You ready? Ready? You are your greatest gift, sweet pea. You are your greatest gift. You do not give yourself enough credit. 2023 is going to show you what an amazing person you are and why you deserve all of this overwhelming goodness. It's going to be an emotional year too. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. All right. Miss Valerie. Ready? All right. So let's do you first, Miss Valerie, and then we will do your son. How about that? That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, I'm not doing that. I mean, I love that you have all of these cards that want to come out here, especially for the things bringing you in. So I don't know if you noticed that or not, Valerie, but every time, like the first card, what it's removing from you, that came up right away. However, this, woo, there's a lot of cards that tried to come up for what's coming in. So that right there lets me know that it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Which makes me happy. Should make you happy. All right. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Because remember how I just said, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. Well, actually, no, we'll talk about it now after seeing the first card. This is fucking funny. Okay, remember how I just said that, like, the card I was trying to draw for what's coming in 2023, and it kept, like, the first one that flung out, it was like a stack of cards that thick. And then it was like 5 cards, and then it was 3 cards, and I tried to just pull one, and 3 came out. And then I'm like, oh my God. And I even showed you where it was fanning. It's trying to show you all these things. Like, I'm bringing all this in. Well, I was going to talk about it with that card, but then I saw the first card of what 2023 is removing for you. That is this. Clarity and organization. I think that's funny because I understand this on a deep level. Last year, this is something I had removed from me. Clarity and organization. Because what I thought I wanted, where I thought I wanted to go, and why I thought I was headed there, that was my clarity. That was my organization. That was my goal-setting skills. Okay? And 2022 showed me, yeah, bitch, that's not where you're going. None of the things you planned out is where you're going. So by the end of 2022, I have been looking around going, oh my God, I'm so glad that this got removed from me and that I'm actually headed here. That's exactly what's going to happen to you this year. All of the organization that you've been doing, the place that you think you're headed, is not where you're headed. The organization that you've been doing to move yourself forward, I don't want to say it's going to get obliterated, but it's probably going to get obliterated. Don't shoot the messenger. But I do want you to notice the colors of these cards, okay? So notice how this one is very intense and it's crazy shit everywhere, right? There's a lot going on in this card. Now let's talk about this, because this is the row that was trying to throw out 90 fucking cards, like all the cards in the deck. And this is why I said you can't make this shit up. This is the Herald of Change. This is the Herald of Change. So what is going to change for you in 2023? What 2023 is bringing into you? And after it tried to put like 90 fucking cards out, I shit you not. You can't make this shit up. This is the Herald of Change. Like I said, I want you to notice it went from all of this crazy, intense, just, this card's almost overwhelming to me, to that. Notice the colors and notice the light. Notice the darkness. Notice the light. Also, clarity and organization is the #1 card, but Herald of Change is 30. All of those things that it tried to pull up repeatedly for you. So here's the thing. The reason that it's letting you know that your clarity and organization is going to be getting removed and going out the window is because I have a feeling that you are one of those people that you need that organization. You need to plan the things. You need to see the things. You need to make the things move forward. So this getting pulled from you is going to be a little bit crazy, and it's going to kind of suck, and it's going to turn you on your head. So knowing that it's coming gives you a little heads up. So the universe knows that you need to plan for the unplanning. There we go. Does that make sense? The universe knows that you need to plan for the unplanning. And then you have the Herald of Change. Now, I've been kind of waiting because I couldn't wait to show you this card. Are you ready for this? This is your message for 2023. After this is your message. Ready? This is the You Are Unlimited card. And I want you to notice the color. I want you to notice the color. I don't even really need to explain this card. You are unlimited in what you can do. So this right here tells me that the path you have been putting yourself on, the path that you thought you were going to be on, you've been limiting yourself. You've been limiting yourself. You are unlimited, my friend. Absolutely unlimited. 2023 is going to show you that. So get your manifestation pants ready. Is that a thing? We should have manifestation pants, yeah? Maybe that should be part of my clothing line this year, yes? Manifestation pants. All right, this one's for you, kiddo. Tell me his name again. Wow. Okay. Hey, I think I'm funny. But, I mean, I'm not lying. For those of you guys that are here, you get to hear the little bit of secret. I am releasing a clothing line this year. Just saying. Zayden. I love that. I love that. Snowy northern Wisconsin. Sorry. I actually really, I have a lot of friends in Canada and like up that way. And I love the accent y'all have. I do. I really do. I hate my Oklahoman. I really do. I was raised in Colorado. So I was born in Oklahoma. And I went to like kindergarten here and then we moved to Colorado. And so I had this little bit of a twang from when I was a kid. Not bad, but a little bit, right? So in Colorado, this is why I talk so fast and so much. I don't know if it's because there's no air. I was raised in the foothills. I was raised in the mountains. Like every weekend or more, we were in the mountains. And I don't just mean like in Boulder and the foothills. I mean in the mountains. Like you take extra gas and extra tires kind of in the mountains, right? So I talk really, really fast. Everybody I know from Colorado talks really, really fast. So now, in my old age, at level 45, I've moved back to Oklahoma and I've been here for a while. So I say y'all and I have the twang. It's not as bad as some others that I know here, but I talk really fucking fast. Which is great until I try to voice text. And fuck voice text. I just want you to know that. So, all right. Here you go. So, what 2023 is removing from Zayden? That is the Will o' the Wisp. This is treasures hidden in the shadows. So this right here tells me that he has a lot of things that have been just out of sight. Just out of sight. You know, when it's like you have a gift manifesting, you have an idea, you have something like a dream and you can't remember all of it. It's just right there on the tip of your tongue. I don't feel like this is removing those things. What it's removing is that barrier. So I would not be surprised, especially seeing these other two cards here, I would not be surprised if he has a couple of very intense gifts. And I say a couple on purpose that manifest this year. And manifest is probably not the right word. This is like slamming into you. They've always been there. They've always been there. But having this blockage removed, having that wall removed, and allowing those gifts to fully come in, it's literally like they slam into you. I would also bet that, well, I'm curious of this. Does he have a creative outlet right now? Like drawing, painting, reading, writing, woodworking, whatever. Because when gifts manifest, when gifts come in, like slam in like that, they also bring a intense amount of creative energy. And this card right here is very interesting as far as creative energy goes. And we're going to talk about a couple other things here in just a second. So it's going to remove these blocks. It's almost like he has put these blocks around himself because of these gifts and because of these intense things that he sees, etc. I have one piece of my damn bangs that keeps getting in my eyelashes, and that's why I keep fucking with it. Sorry. It's driving me up the wall. Which then makes me wonder, as a little kid, little, 2, 3, 4, did he see people? Did he have night terrors? Did he talk to people that weren't there? There's a difference in seeing them and talking to them. Did he have this intense gift that scared him enough that he put these walls up? Because that's exactly what this represents, is those walls coming back down. So what 2023 is bringing in? This is the new beginnings card, and notice it's the full moon. Just like with you, with that herald of change coming in, there is an intense amount of new beginnings, new opportunities, new things coming in for Zayden. This is something, what I love about this, I started my sentence weird there, sorry. My brain is like ping, 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 ping. Because I read yours and now I'm reading his, you know what I mean? My brain is going back and forth, so I think I'm saying the things that I'm not actually saying. You having all of these changes is also going to be bringing him new opportunities. I have a feeling the two of you are really tied together. It's kind of funny You know how people always say, oh, well, your mama's boy. Oh, well, your daddy's girl or whatever. And when they say that, it's because like that mom and that son, that mom and or that dad and that daughter, they have a very intense bond. Like you can't break this bond. Even if you have other kids. It's not that they're your favorite. It's that you just have this weird, intense bond with this kid or them with the parent. Everybody's soul is created with a group of others. It's like an assembly line. It's like having a VIN number. If you have a VIN number to a car, then you can pinpoint what factory it was made in, what day, what time, other cars that were made on that same assembly line. Souls are similar to that. That's the easiest way I can put it. Because everybody understands a car assembly line, right? Souls are manufactured around each other in groups like that. Okay? You rotate around those same people in every life. Good and bad. So you have enemies that you rotate around every life. A few of those souls are so twined together like that. Because the two of you have an intense soul bond. I think that you have to have these changes in your life this year because he has to have these changes in his life. And he has to have these changes because you're having these changes. You guys are intertwined like that. So that's why the things that are being removed from you, that plan that you thought you had in place, his walls are going to be removed. The two of you are both going to go through an intensive year of change. I would be really excited to see at the end of 2023 what new things manifest for him, what new things pop up, what new beginnings come up for him, and what changes come up for you and how they mirror each other. So I want you to really, really pay attention this next year, the two of you, because you might not see the changes in you, but he might, and vice versa. He might not see the changes in him, but you will. You see what I'm saying? The two of you are really, really intertwined. So I think the two of you should kind of keep tabs on each other with the changes. And I think at the end of the year, you guys are both going to see how your souls are really, really intertwined because of how much changes and shifts and so on. The two of you have a really intense bond, a really special bond. And I think that's really awesome. So here's the message that 2023 has for him. You ready? This is why I asked about the creative outlet. This is explore, love, and create. With gifts popping in like this, honey, you're going to want to make things. And sometimes you're not even going to know what you need to do the things. Does that make sense? There's a lot of times that I'll have some huge creative energy come in and I'm like, I'm going to draw. No, I'm going to paint. No, I'm going to sculpt. No, I'm going to do it. Like sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes it's just hard. And I'm like, I don't know. I just want to do all the things. So have a few different things that you can do as far as a creative outlet, because the only thing holding you back is you. How old are you? I'm just curious. I am probably not going to go live later tonight. He's 8. Okay. I find that really funny. Hang on. This card is number 44. 4 and 4 equals 8. Just saying. This is 62. 6 and 2 equals 8. This one's 41, so that's a little different, but I think it's funny that 2 of the cards in his readings equal 8. Just saying. Watch for the numbers. Thank you for letting me read for him. And I'm glad I got to read for the both of you. I love that when I read for a mom or, you know, a parent and a child or spouses or whatever, and I see that like how intertwined y'all are together. I think that's utterly fantastic. And to see how the two of you are so intertwined like that, that's cool as shit. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful, wonderful New Year's. That's okay, Miss Kathy. That's okay. I'm so glad he does. Thank you, guys. All right. Emily Valdez, are you ready? Thank you, Miss Kathy, honey. So my list is closed for today, guys. I am almost halfway through my list right now. All right. Miss Emmy. Did I say Emily? I'm so sorry. Miss Emmy Valdez. All right. So, all right, Miss Emmy, the thing that 2023 is removing from you is this. This is the jeweled web, and this is connectivity. So, I don't want to explain too much because some of it's explained back here. But 2023 is removing a lot of the connections that you have right now. I'm just letting you know. And I know when I said that, you probably were like, wait, what? I worked so hard on some of these connections. They were there when you needed them. They were there when you needed them. But they're no longer, you don't need them. Okay? 2023 is removing a lot of connections for you. And it's going to feel like an intense year of you looking around going, well, shit, why is that being removed? Why is that being removed? Sometimes things get removed to make room for other things. You have to have balance. So what 2023 is bringing you is a balancing act. The universe removes things so it has room to put other things in. This is going to be a year of you kind of being one foot to the other. One foot to the other. It's going to remove connections and then bring new ones in. It's going to remove this and then bring new things in. It's going to be a balancing act, so you're going to feel like you're constantly one foot to the other. For a reason. And that's why I was kind of like, normally I would talk about these two a little longer and then talk about this last one. But the last one is important to why this is a thing, why connectivity is going to be removed, and why there's going to be a balancing act, a back and a forth. Because this right here is the walk your own journey card. I know that the connectivity and the way you've been moving forward and the things you've been working toward. The mailman is outside. Sorry. The things you've been working towards were for a goal. But you've modeled this goal off of somebody else's path. And that's exactly what you needed to get started. In modeling your goals off of somebody else's path, it has set you on the right path you need to be on, but it's not a mirror to their path. Does that make sense? What it is you getting all of these things in place so the universe can just shift them a little bit, a little bit, a little bit until you're on your path. 2023 is about shifting you to your path. Okay? It's essential for you to stay on your path. So when things are removed from you, I know it's going to suck and I know it's going to upset you, but just know that it's because you need to shift. It's shifting like this. Okay? It's shifting you up. So even though it's going to be kind of weird and a pain in the ass, it is essential that you walk your own journey. Guys, a lot of times we see other people and we see their path and we go, oh my God, I want to do that too. Sometimes that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to do that person's path. You're meant to follow in that person's footsteps. But other times, the majority of the time, you are meant to start walking in their footsteps so you can see where you need to take their path and twist it to be your path. You take their guidance, that start, that idea, and twist it to be yours. Whenever I started doing this full time, in no way did I think this is what I would actually be doing. Ever. I never ever expected to be on TikTok all the time. I never, on any social media platform. I never expected to be doing this. I expected to work in a shop or have a shop. That's what I expected to do. I expected to have people, local people that I helped and so on. I never expected to have the audience I have. I had to make a lot of shifts. I had to have a lot of things removed from my life and a lot of things brought in. And I still have things removed from my life all of the time because I have learned that you can't really completely make a path. Your soul has a path. Your soul knows the path you're supposed to be on. You don't. The universe knows the path that you're supposed to be on. You don't. You don't get to know. You don't get to know. So one of my favorite things to say lately is, oh, this is what we're doing now. Okay, this is what we're doing now. All right. It is what it is. And just roll with it. Just roll with it. So when things are removed from your life, and some of this is the Capricorn aspect of myself too, because I don't like to talk about things that are bad or things that bother me. Like, I'll happily help everybody else do theirs, but I don't want to talk about my shit. You know what I mean? But I will tell you guys, when you learn to just roll with it, when you learn that things, thank you, love. When you learn that things are removed so something better can come in, even if it's something you literally thought was always going to be there, and you just kind of look around and go, okay, I understand. It makes your path a lot easier. It really does. And here's the thing, as you start to do that, as you start to walk in that kind of a mindset, you start to see the interconnectivity of everything and everyone. I had something removed from my life in a very weird, abrupt way about 2 years ago. Something that I thought was going to be there for a long time. It had been there for a long time. And just like that, it was done. And it hurt. Don't get me wrong. It hurt. It hurt for a long time. But at the same time, the next day when I woke up, I saw all of the connectivity of why it was and why it now wasn't. If I hadn't have done this and been here and met this person and been here and met this person and done this and this and this, I wouldn't be where I was at. This path, this thing that got removed, was only a stepping stone to get me to where I am. I saw instantly all the connectivities. That helped. Still hurt, but it helped. And seeing all those connectivities, for all of you guys, everybody has stuff removed from their path all the time. If you guys start to look at things like that and you start to see all the connectivities of why things get removed, of why things shift, I promise you, you'll understand the universe just a little better. Not completely. Not completely. Trust me, you will never understand the universe completely. And it will always hurt when it gets removed. And I'm so sorry that I have broke TikTok again. Gotta love it. All right. Michelle Roden, are you ready? Here is what is getting removed in 2023 for you. This is the resonating card again. So your intuition is going to shift this year. Your intuition is going to shift in a crazy hardcore way this year. I would bet it probably already has. And seeing this card pop up of what's getting removed, it tells me that your intuition has already felt blocked. Usually when this happens, you feel disconnected. You feel like you can't get your downloads anymore. You can't pull things anymore. Your divination, how you used to use cards, use a pendulum, use bones, whatever. Suddenly you're not connecting to it. It's because you have to shift. As you go forward, you have to shift. Everybody goes through these shifts. Some of you guys are just getting a little inside knowledge on you're getting this shift this year. Here's what 2023 is bringing in for you. Are you ready? And I don't know if this is something you've asked for or if this is a path that you've been getting put on lately, but this is the Straddling Worlds card. This is wandering between realms. This is a shamanic journeying card. This is being able to walk back and forth. It can also represent dream walking. It can also represent astral travel. Astral travel and shamanic journeying are two different things. So, this right here. Your intuition is shifting because your gifts are shifting, your path is shifting, and what you need to do with your spiritual self is shifting. It makes this last card, your message for 2023, even that much more important. Because having this kind of skill and this kind of ability, especially when it first starts up, you feel batshit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You feel batshit. Not even the cool Captain Jack batshit. Absolute grippy sock, complete vacation kind of batshit. Even when you've walked in this path for a while, there are still times, even though you get used to it, you feel batshit. And then everything starts happening exactly the way you saw it or whatever, and you feel batshit but validated. This is why this card is so important, because when you start walking this path, when these things come in and you start walking this path, or the universe makes you walk this path, this card says, enjoy where you are, for you'll soon be somewhere else. You can't make this shit up. When you learn to walk through different realms, when you learn to travel, when you learn to do all of these different things, you have to learn to appreciate where you are at any given moment. And here's the batshit, okay? Because when you start traveling, when you start journeying, any of whatever any of this is that's coming in for you, it also comes with interesting timeline shit. You have to enjoy where you are at any given moment, because the world could shift around you and suddenly you're like, oh, all right. Okay. You have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. So, Miss Michelle, enjoy your path. Okay? Enjoy your path. Hey guys, how are we? After a while, my hips go, hey, bitch, you should get up and move around. And I can't. Amanda Gilbert. So I have Amanda Gilbert, Tiffany Merriman, Corinne, Pamela, Rose, Virginia, Christy, Janie, Carrie, Christy, Jessica, Joy, and then Miss Dorothy. I have you twice at the end. Let me make sure I don't have anybody after Dorothy, because I know you said one is for you and one is for your husband, Miss Dorothy. Alrighty. That is my list. I just wanted to refresh you, not to break you. All right. Miss Amanda, here we go, love. Hey, Ricky, thank you for all the gifts, love. How are you? I love that little guy, the big love. He always reminds me of like old school, damn it, Cubert. Does that make sense? Son of a bitch. Amanda, keep dropping all the shit. I am fantastic, Ricky, honey. That, and I just love video games. So so one of the things I set up this week is so I can do mobile gaming on TikTok. I do play a lot of mobile games. I don't play a lot of PC games anymore because everybody has something that they're addicted to. Everybody. Okay? Everybody. Whether it's caffeine, tobacco, alcohol, video games. And so for those of you guys that have never watched me or whatever, I used to be a professional gamer. I've been a lot of things in my life. I used to be a professional gamer. I played World of Warcraft professionally for about 3 years. And I legit lost my life to it. I'm not gonna lie. And I love it. And I still think about the fucking game. Like that's, yeah. But I have thought about doing some PC gaming and playing different games, because even though I have not been in the professional gamer and game developer ring for so long, I still get all this stuff for games. I still have developers send me messages like, hey, do you want to try out this game? Because I used to beta test. Like, I have written 32 video games, like things like that. I thought about it. I've been thinking about it. Maybe. All right. Amanda, you ready? So, ready? I just happened to look down. I was like, oh, shit. This is what 2023 is going to remove for you. This is the Divine Matrix card. This right here tells me that you are fixing to get full on unplugged, out of the norm, out of the matrix, out of whatever normal is, whatever that is over there. Full on out of it. You are going to be full on in the spiritual realm this year, period. There is no going back. Do not pass go. Like, I will tell you guys, part of the reason I got kind of quiet when I saw this, it sounds like a great thing. It is not always a great thing. I'm just letting you know, it is not always a great thing. because it makes you feel disconnected. It makes you feel like you're in a bubble and everybody else is over here, and you just and it's not disconnected from your gifts or abilities. It's literally a disconnect from what you've always known. Like you drive down the road that you've driven down every day for years, and you don't feel like you know where you are. You're like, I know where I am, but this is just weird. Why is that there? When did that get there? What is this? Like, it's just weird. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. It is what it is. You are whatever the last bit of tether was to the matrix itself is gonna get removed this year. But here's what I love about this. So this is the number 24. This next card is the number 4. This is opportunity. So in getting removed, in having that last little string cut, being completely done with the matrix, it brings in all the opportunity. All the opportunity. That is the good thing about being unplugged from the matrix. It's almost like you get the cheat codes without actually having the cheat codes. It means that your manifestation goes through the roof. But it means that all the things that are attached to the matrix get removed from your life. Like, be prepared for that. Things that are the norm, things that were the old you that was in the matrix, they will get removed. Period. That's where this comes in. Here is your message for 2023. Feel and release. Because, guys, when these things get removed, when we get removed from the matrix, from the norm, that is us. That was us. You have to grieve that part of yourself. It's just like when you go through a breakup, when you go through a divorce, when you lose a job you've had for a long time. When you lose a friend you've had for a long time, maybe you just have a falling out. You have to grieve the loss of that part of yourself. Okay? You have to feel it and you have to let it go. Feel the emotions. Feel the giddiness, the happiness of no longer being in the norm, being in the matrix. Because it is a giddy feeling. Feel the sadness of letting that part of your life go. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to feel and release it, okay? As all of these things change, feel the feelings, feel the feelers, and release it, okay? All right, Miss Tiffany Merriman, are we ready? Aw, hi, love. How are you? Y'all are so sweet. I love knowing that some of you love to watch me. It makes me happy. Those cards don't slide as well as these cards, and so I try to, like, I have to throw these kind of hard to get them to pop out, and these, when I go to throw them, I'm like, oh shit, I don't have to throw those as hard, because they're like all slickery, and yeah. All right. Lots of 3s. 3, second yarn, 13, and 32. Okay, ready? Here's what, that is perfect timing. Here's what 2023 is removing for you. This is number 3, grace and generosity. I don't know if you heard me talking to some other people about this and so on. Not quite this card, but when things like this get removed, it tells me that you have been too graceful and too accommodating for too many people. You have been handling what the universe throws at you with the utmost grace, and you have been being super generous, and that's over. It's not a bad thing to be generous. It's not a bad thing to be graceful. So please, please, guys, don't think that I'm saying that. However, you get to the point, see, she just said, I always overextend my money and time for everyone. You get to the point where you just realize I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. You get to the point where you're like, you are an adult and you have to fend for yourself. I have to take care of me. And that's exactly what's going to happen this year, Tiffany. Okay? There's going to be a lot of people that are not really happy about that. And they can just be mad in the same pants that they got glad in. So here's the next card. This is what 2023 is bringing to you. 2023 is bringing some interesting shifts in your way of thinking. This is the Dream Thief, and this is the refusal of the call. And I want you to notice the colors because these are related. This is being removed, all of the things that, all of the overwhelming shit that you have taken on and piled on yourself. And this is you refusing to take on anymore. Because see, even though they're the same colors, see this deep pink that's in here? This is you actively taking a stand for yourself. No, I am no longer doing that. No, I am no longer going to take those things on. No, I am no longer going to fix whatever fuck up you did. Not only am I not going to do that, but I don't even want to listen to it. The refusal of the call in your reading right here talks about literally you not only starting to take care of yourself, but you allowing other people to do their part. Maybe they need to start helping you a little bit. Maybe that balance needs to be more balanced instead of you always being the one to do too much and them do too little. And this is number 32. This is your message for 2023. All is at your fingertips. Anything that you want to manifest, anything that you want to create this year, everything is at your fingertips, which is another reason why you're to the point this year where you no longer want or can do things for everybody else. Because you manifest for everybody else. Seeing all these threes and seeing this last card right here, it tells me that you are a manifesting powerhouse and that you are able to manifest for everybody else. You always manifest for everybody else. If somebody comes to you and they're like, man, I really need a better job. And you're like, you'll get one. And you literally put that out into the universe. And they do. They get a great fucking job. You manifest for everyone else. But Tiffany, so it's your year to manifest for you. It's your year to manifest for you. 3 is perfect balance. 3 cards, all with the number 3. I'm just saying what I'm saying, Tiffany. Does that help, Sweet Pea? All right, Corinne. Are you ready? I'm glad you were here to hear that. Wow, okay. We're going to set that exactly the way it fell. Again, the balance. All right. Are we ready? Yeah? Okay. I thought it was going to be a full-blown yawn, but it is not. Shit. I always feel robbed after that, don't y'all? All right. Miss Corinne, what's going to be removed in 2023? Is compassion. Now, because I can see all these other cards here, and we'll talk about them, this is not you suddenly becoming an asshole. This is the compassion you have for people that treat you like shit. Seeing these cards here and seeing that this is what's being removed from you tells me that you are an intensely strong empath. It tells me that you're probably an energy worker, or you are just naturally able to manipulate energy and you don't realize you can really do it yet. You draw in people that prey on empathic people and people that prey on those that are an energy well. If you guys don't know what an energy well is, an energy well is someone whose body produces more energy than they can ever use. So if you were to go and get a Reiki session, get energy work done, if you are in front of a Reiki master that is newer, that doesn't know how to handle someone, how to handle an energy well, you can overheat that Reiki master very quickly. A lot of Reiki practitioners, they don't train you how to work on an energy well. You just get to experience it and then go, what the goddamn fuck was that? People who are natural energy wells tend to draw the worst of the abusive, narcissistic people to them, because a narcissist, an abusive person, needs to suck in that energy and use it for themselves. An energy well wants to give the energy, because an energy well that keeps their energy and doesn't have a way to get rid of it has a lot of health problems. Their body starts to break down really fast. They also end up going through very deep stages of being extremely happy or being extremely depressed. It's not being manic. It's not bipolar. It's not depression. It's just sometimes your energy is through the roof and you can get everything done. And then all of a sudden the bottom drops out and you are in your pajamas for 2 weeks and you've taken a shower. You can't concentrate. You can't do things. But when you're up there, people will literally pull all of that energy. Exactly. You're labeled just that. You're labeled that you have intense depression, anxiety. You go to the doctor because that's our first response is, oh God, something's wrong with me. Let me go to the doctor. They give you all these medicines and then guess what? You get worse because it's not the problem. The problem is that you haven't been trained how to get that energy out. This is one thing I didn't know until I had a mentor. I'd been working with this mentor like a year, and I was going to the doctor because I had all these things going on with me, like to the point I couldn't walk some days. And they were telling me they thought I had MS, like they were going to send me to the Mayo Clinic, like all these things. And I'm devastated because I'm like, what the fuck? And I was telling her all this because I was really depressed. And I have a feeling you've been here. Corinne, this tells me you're there. You're here. You're understanding exactly what I'm saying. So I'm talking to my mentor one day, and we're on Skype because she lived in Wisconsin. And so we're talking, and she just kind of put her thing down that she was working on. She goes, do you not know that your body produces energy in a really intense way? She's like, do you not understand that? And I was like, well, everybody's does, blah, blah. She's like, no. You produce too much. I had never heard of an energy well before. I actually don't like getting Reiki sessions because every person I have ever let work on me, and there's only been 4, have gotten so overwhelmed they've almost thrown up. This is why I can do Reiki for thousands of people at a time. And when I'm done, the only reason that I'm done is because my arms physically give out. I am up for hours and buzzing around my house because I've got the majority of that energy out and I'm focused. This is why when I don't do those things, I suddenly am in the dirt. Corinne, this is exactly what you are, sweet pea. 2023 is going to remove that block, that compassion for fixing these people. This is what it's bringing into you. So this is gathering around. This is the power of community. And see how it's whopper-jawed? 2023 is going to start bringing in the people that can help you, the people that can train you, the people that can help you understand what a powerful energy well you are, what a powerful soul you are. Now, here's the thing with an energy well. And it's not fair. Every single energy well I have ever met, your meat sack can't handle it. Meat sacks are not made to handle that kind of energy. Every single energy well I've ever met has a chronic or terminal illness diagnosed at a pretty young age. Heart problems are the main one. Lupus, diabetes, epilepsy, things like that. Serious health issues. Your body starts to break down. Energy wells do not live to be 100. They just don't. They just don't. But you need people in your corner, Corinne, and this is exactly what 2023 is going to bring you. It's going to start bringing those people in. And here's your message for 2023. You ready? This is, you are worthy, sweet pea. You are worthy of all of the good. You are worthy of where the universe is taking you. You are worthy of every single thing you want. This is also the number 8 card, the infinity card. I think that this right here is going to be the hardest thing of all of this for you. Because when you are around a toxic person, a narcissistic person, that is one of the main things that you realize very quickly. You have had your self-esteem absolutely obliterated. So it's going to be hard, but 2023 is going to be a massive year of growth for you, Corinne, honey. All right. Pamela Sanchez. We ready? What is going on here? Hang on. I guess that people had some tickets in their cart and then those fell off because I've been reading over 2 hours now. So I went ahead and turned the tickets off because otherwise I'm going to end up, reading for 6-7 hours. I don't want to do that. Not that I don't love you, but I tend to talk a lot. All right, Miss Pamela, you ready? Thank you. You too, tattoos. All right. Here we go, Miss Pamela. So what you have that, wow, what happened to my hair there? That 2023 is going to be removing from you is this. This is the refusal of the call. Apparently the universe has been trying to tell you, hey, I need you to do this. This is the path you're supposed to be on. This is what you need to be doing. Your gifts have been manifesting. Things have been going through the roof. Then you go, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So you just kind of plug your ears and your eyes and hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. You just haven't been ignoring it. This year is the year that the universe no longer lets you ignore it. So the path you've been fighting. No, love. I got you. The path that you've been, there's a reason that you got on my list. There's a reason you got on my list, trust me. The path you've been ignoring, the universe is no longer going to let you ignore it. Just letting you know. What it's bringing in is the divine matrix. That is you being interconnected on this path to all of the things. To all of the things. It's going to be an interesting year for you. It's going to be a very interesting year. I love that. She said, ha, 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 ha. I know. It's going to be a very interesting year for you. And I love that you already know, because I don't even feel like I need to explain it much to you. I feel like I feel like you already know. I feel like you already know. I feel like you already know. Not because a lot of times when we have a call, the universe is calling us to do something. We know, and we usually fight it for a while because we're like, I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do that. That's going to require a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I kind of just want to go over here. And so we fight it for a long time, and then the universe keeps pulling us back. So that's why I said I don't feel like I have to explain this much to you, because I feel like you already know the things. What I'm interested in, though, is it's the universe in 2023 is bringing into you the divine matrix. It's bringing into you still not going to yawn. Deep breath, though. It's bringing into you all of the connectivity, all of the interconnectivity. What's interesting about this is that you're going to have more times than you realize or can even count when you are going to look around, because everything, not only is everything falling into place, but it's falling into place in a scarily accurate way. You're dreaming the things, you're knowing the things. All of your clairs are going to be going through the roof this year. So there's going to be so many times when you look around and you go, I am batshit. I'm crazy. I'm legit crazy. I'm crazy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot in 2023. I have a feeling it's going to happen for a lot of people like that in 2023. So here's the message. It is safe to let go. A lot of times when the universe starts making us be on our path, it's hard for us to let go of the norm, what tethers us here, the people, etc. Like, we will fight to keep toxic people in our life because that's our norm. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. So that's the main thing you need to remember as you're going through this. Because when you start being put on the path that you're on, when the universe really starts putting you where you need to be, and when you start seeing all the interconnectivity and you start feeling crazy as fuck, you have to let go of some things. And it's okay. It sucks, don't get me wrong, but it's okay. So I did see you ask, all of them, like what, yeah. It's hard to explain the interconnectivity. It's hard to explain that divine matrix. It's hard to explain it until you experience it. And it hits you at the weirdest times. It hits you like when you are sitting at a stoplight and the light turns green, and all of a sudden you have this epiphany and you're like, oh my God, this is connected to that and connected to this and this. And you see all the little red lines go out where everything is connected. And it kind of blows your mind a little bit. And then somebody behind you is honking. That's going to happen repeatedly. Maybe not that exact scenario, but you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Rose Woods, are you ready? That is a cool name. So basically, you get to just roll with the spiritual gifts this year. I almost said punches, but punches is not the word. When you get set on your path, punches is in no way the word. Roll with the divine epiphanies. There we go. How's that? Is that a better analogy, term, etc.? Yeah. All right. Rosewoods, are we ready? What is being removed from you? Whoa, okay. 2022 was the year of you really moving crazily spiritually forward. Okay. I have a feeling you're tired of being moved forward, Rose. And I completely understand that. More than you realize. More than you realize. All right. So what's being removed from you in 2023, Rose, is this. New beginnings. Now, I know that some people go, wait, what? That sounds terrible. No. When you have had so many fucking new beginnings in a year and somebody tells you, okay, that's over with, you go, fucking thank God. Thank all of the gods, even the gods I don't know about. Thank all the tiny deities. Thank all the dirt. Thank everything. I feel this on such a fucking deep level. It's not even funny. Now, I'm going to show you this one at the same time, because here's what 2023 is bringing into you. This is the closed doors card. This is completion, Rose. All of those changes and all of the shifts, and like, I have a feeling that you've been playing spiritual Zumba this last year, spiritual Twister. That's done. You're where you need to be. You're where you need to be. Woo! I need a deep breath for you, because Jeebus, that's a lot. If I get to tell you that 2023 is bringing you the stop, the pause, the no more on the rocketing forward, epiphanies, etc., and it's bringing you completion with a lot of things, girl, you had an intense year of being in the void, of crawling up the side of the mountain. Holy shit. Christy, nope, you are 2 more. So Rose, here's what 2023, here's the message for 2023 for you, okay? You are the breath. 2023 is your plateau. 2023 is the time for you to breathe and relax and tune into your intuition and just be. Just float. Okay? So when things start to come in, you can go, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to roll with it. Because all of this intensive, shifty shit is good. It's done. It's done. Okay? All right. Virginia Fisher. So here's the rest of my list. I have Virginia Fisher, Christy Womack, Janie Bond, Carrie Rivers, Christy Barrett. I almost said Bartlett, even though there's no L in there. Barrett, Jessica Greensfelder, Joy Peters, Dorothy Blankenship, and her husband, and then Nikki. All right, Virginia, you ready? What was that last thing I just missed? There we go. Is that you over there, Rose? I saw that. Woo! Good. So I'm glad that you're excited about that. I figured you would be, because if you pulled those cards, that tells me that is so much shit that you've been through in 2022 spiritually that it's almost like, dude, my meat sack can't handle anymore for you. You know what I mean? So, congratulations. Congratulations. You have made it through the shit, Rose. Now is the time to just relax. And Oh, maybe you can come and just help me with my hair. I don't know. All right, Miss Virginia, are you ready? All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you have a good New Year, sweetheart. All right. Virginia, what 2023 is removing for you also is the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. Now, I'm going to read you all your cards and then we're going to talk about them first, okay? Because there's a reason. You're going to see why. Then what 2023 is bringing to you is this, the netcaster. This is all of your plans coming to fruition. The message for 2023 is this: embrace the dark. Shine your true light upon the earth. Virginia, you're fixing to go through your super, super dark villain phase. Now, by dark, I don't mean like you're just going to be going out and hexing everybody. But, you're going to be moving away from this frou-frou, love and light, divine feminine aspect way of thinking to a deep middle ground. I don't feel like you're going to be shifting hardcore into your divine masculine, not seeing these other cards. What this tells me is that you're going to be shifting into your dark feminine, your divine villain stage. Divine villain is not always a bad thing. It is you fully owning who you are. It's you fully owning all of the things. It's you fully owning the balance in you. What 2023 is bringing you is your preparations coming to fruition. So all of these things that you've put in place with your divine feminine, these are coming to fruition in 2023, meaning as you shift into this darker aspect and you put that darker energy into it, you've put all the light in. Now you need to put the dark aspect in. And that's where the balance comes in. Once you have the balance, manifestation through the roof. All the plans go boop, 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 boop. What I love about this too is this is the number 42. And for any of you guys that read or saw Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you know what this number means. So, embrace the dark side of you this year, my friend. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's like being the anti-hero. Okay? It's like being the anti-hero. Guys, your dark villain phase, your dark balance phase. Oh God, it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. All right. Christy Womack, you ready? I got to make myself a note real quick because I just saw that my son texted me something and I've got to... Much love right back to you, sweet pea. All right, Miss Christy. So my son had to go to urgent care yesterday, B. Brody. For those of you guys that have followed me for a little while, Brody is the one who had the real bad issue with his tonsils, like about killed me as much as about killed him. He got sepsis, like it was really, really bad. He was a really, really sick guy for a long time. Well, ever since then, if any of you guys know anything about sepsis, that is where an infection gets into your bloodstream and it can fuck you up for a while. And so far this fall and so far this winter, he's gotten sick a lot. He's gotten sick so much. Like everything that comes through gets him sick. Some of it, to be honest, he's not listening to some of the things I'm telling him to do, but it's okay. He's a big boy. But he had to go to urgent care yesterday. He doesn't have the flu. He doesn't have COVID, but he has severe bronchitis that came up out of nowhere like that and almost turned into pneumonia. And so I keep trying to tell my kids. So I had asthma as a kid. I had to carry an inhaler. Both of my kids had asthma when they were younger, and they've grown out of it. In fact, about the time they hit 15, 16, they started to really grow out of it, which I did too. But I still am really careful because even though you grow out of it, it's still there. So you still have to be careful. So I still worry about him. But I'm glad he went to the doctor and they put him on some really high-powered antibiotics and stuff like that. So that's why he had texted me something asking if I could do something for him. And I need to write it down because I will forget. I will forget. I already know me. So, all right. Miss Christy. Here is what 2023 is removing for you. That would be the Will-o'-the-Wisp, which is the treasures hidden in the shadows. Because of these other two cards that I don't really want to say yet, this right here, there are some things that you feel treasure-wise have been hidden from you, whether they are gifts, whether they are opportunities, whatever. You kind of feel like they've always been kept at arm's length. Like you reach for them and they're still way out here. Still way out here. For some reason, it's like they're always right on your fingertips. You just can't grab them all the way, right? So I'm going to let you know right now that those things are going to be completely broken, removed. There's no tie anymore. You've shifted. You've really shifted your path. So this last year, there were a lot of different portals and things, and I went like that for a reason that happened, and a lot of people shifted. A lot of people had the rest of their soul come in. Those people, there are people that were not meant to be here in this life this time around. Usually you can tell if your mom had a very hard pregnancy with you, if you tried to come early, if you tried to not come at all, just different things like that. Your soul made a deal to come here this time around to kind of cut time off your sentence later on. So you came here with the promise that you were going to do so much hard shit. So much hard shit. So you've had all the broken people in your life. You've had all the trauma. You've had all the heartbreak. You've had all the damage. You've taken on all of this shit up to this point. 2022 was when the rest of your soul came in. So you shifted hardcore. So the things that you had worked for up to now, the things that you really, really wanted, you just wanted them really bad, and they were always just out of grasp, is now completely out of grasp. Okay? Not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But it is something that I would say to grieve that. To grieve that part. Okay? Because here's what 2023 is bringing into you. That you need to be able to grieve that. This is the refusal of the call. You need to be able to let that go and grieve that part. Because some of the things that come along with those, once they are cut and let go, you have other things, we're going to talk about that in a minute, you have other things that you are supposed to do, that you need to do. So with that, when these things are completely severed and let go of, so all the other stuff can come in. Like I've been saying, the universe will remove things so it can bring something else in. There's still going to be a lot of people and a lot of things, not situation, things. And I hope that helps. That try to pull you backwards. That's the best way to explain it. That try to pull you backwards. Because once this tie has been cut, and you'll know, trust me, you'll feel it. Like, okay, you know what? I used to really want this gift or that gift or this or that or this path or that path. Like, you'll know. There's going to be things that try to pull you back. And you're going to be like, no, I don't want that anymore. I don't need that anymore. So you are going to have to refuse the call to slide backwards. Because if you slide backwards, two things can happen sometimes when we slide backwards, guys. One of two things. It can mean that the universe kind of goes, son of a bitch. All right. And they let you stay there for a little bit. And then they make you claw your way back to where you are right now. Even though you should be light years ahead. They make you claw your way back. Or the universe goes, all right, that's where you want to be. That's where you're going to stay. And you are not ever allowed to leave, to move forward. And then you think back, man, I was here and I made myself come back here. I see people doing this all the time. So you're going to have to refuse the call of moving backwards. And the way you know is that when that opportunity, that person comes back up in your life, you feel it in your gut like, this is wrong. This is wrong. Trust your gut. Trust your gut completely. Okay? Because this is the You Are Here for a Purpose card. Learn to trust yourself and learn what is good for you and what is not good for you, honey. You are here for an intense purpose. An intense purpose. Okay? I have a feeling that some of these ties are going to get cut, and then some things, people are going to come back into your life. And at first you're going to be like, okay. And the minute you start thinking about it, I feel like someone, oh, gotcha. The minute you start thinking about it, your gut goes, hell no. And the closer you move to doing the thing, the louder that no scream gets. So you're going to have to make sure that you're really, really listening to your gut over everything. Okay? Thank you, Squishy. I love your name. All right. Janie Bond, are you ready? Good. I'm proud of you, honey. I'm proud of you. You're welcome. All right, Miss Janie. A lot of you guys are stubborn. I have no idea what that feels like. I can't even keep a straight face. I can't even keep a straight face when I say that. I know I'm stubborn. The universe has smacked me more than one time like, bitch, what are you doing? I gave you all of this and then... All right, ready? I'm so glad that you guys found me too. Thank you. Miss Janie, the thing you're having removed also is the treasures hidden in the shadows. For you, though, it's a little different. The treasures that are hidden in the shadows for you are not going to be removed forever. I'll tell you why. But for right now, for 2023, they are going to be removed. All those treasures hidden in the shadows that you've been reaching for hardcore, and I think pushing, it's almost like you feel like you're having to push too hard for the things, the blessings to come in. they're getting pushed a little farther, and they're getting just kind of taken out of the view. They're taken out of the view. Because you've been pushing too hard. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. What 2023 is bringing into you is deep quiet. This is meditation and stillness. So this also tells me that 2022 was a struggle for you. A lot of it was a struggle that you put into place because you wanted these things so much. So you thought, you know what? I'm willing to do the things that I need to do. And I'm proud of you for that mindset. Don't think I'm not, okay? And don't think the universe isn't proud of you for that mindset either. But the universe saw that you didn't want to be on the timeline the universe wanted you to be on. That's why it has pulled those things like, okay, I'm just going to put them back in the box. What 2023 is bringing you is meditation and stillness. We have to have a period where we are able to, and we can learn to quiet our brain, to allow our mind and our spirit to relax and calm down. Once that happens, once you have a period of pause, a period of stillness, that's when you can rocket forward again. But that period of pause, that period of meditation and of stillness also is going to show you where there have been parts like this massive fixed plan. I'm on this, were not the right steps to take. Here's why I say that. Because your card, your message for 2023 is to let go of a fixed plan. It tells me that you're putting too much on yourself. Not only are you putting too much on yourself, or did you put too much on yourself in 2022, but you didn't allow yourself enough time for play, for growth, for letting the universe just take you where the universe needed you to go. 2023 is going to be a year of stillness for you in a lot of different ways. And it is going to get boring, trust me, but that's okay. When it starts to get boring, what I want you to think about is how much 2022 was a shit show and a go, and a push, and nothing ever happened. It was just effort with no reward. Okay? All right. Carrie Rivers. Ready? So for those of you guys that didn't get on my list today that were asking when I'm going to do this again, I will probably do this tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow night. Come hang out, spend New Year's with me. Because I have no social life. I will put it up on my website here in a little bit. So, yeah. Make sure you remember the website because you'll get dibs on tickets. Okay. And I will also post it on my Linktree. So if you guys subscribe to my Linktree, I'll send a notification too. All right. Sorry, I was getting hungry. All right, Miss Carrie. Wow. I love that numbers are a thing. Okay. Just like I was talking about earlier with some people having the rest of their soul come in. That's exactly where you are. What 2023 is removing for you is this. This is the drifter. This is experiencing life as it comes. In 2022, you kind of threw your hands up and you went, oh, okay, it is what it is. This is what we're doing now. Okay. And you just kind of let the universe take you where you need to go. Like you kind of looked around and went, well, fuck. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to go with it. And that's a great way to be. That's exactly what you needed to learn. It's exactly what you need to learn. And I'm going to tell you why. It's exactly what you needed to learn because you have a very intense year coming up. What 2023 is bringing for you is this. This is the sacred contract. This is why I said that you had the rest of your soul kind of step in this last year. Those people that are here for a really intense reason, that are here for whatever shift is going on in the universe, the great awakening, the prophecy, whatever you want to call it, whatever your belief is. Thank you, Fisher Mama. This is the year that part of that solidifies for you. Not only does part of it solidify, I would say a lot of it solidifies. I would not be surprised if you have someone new come into your life in an intense way. And this is not like love, interest, whatever. You have someone come into your life that one of the main purposes for your soul right now in this life is to set this person on the path they're supposed to be on. Now, are you supposed to fix this person? No. Are you supposed to completely tear down and mend this person? No. Some of it is you literally just being here. So you learning to be and to let the universe just push you where you need to go and to follow your gut and to trust your intuition and so on is exactly why 2022 taught you that. And it's exactly why that's being removed. Because now it's habit and you just do it out of habit. You don't have to force yourself to do it anymore. So now when the universe is like, you need to go here and you need to go down this road and then you need to stop at this place you've never been at before and then you need to talk to that girl right there. It's because of this contract. I would not be surprised if there are a lot of people that you randomly come across. Maybe you just say one thing to them and it sets them on their path. Guys, you never ever know what someone else is going through. You never ever know when you're going to smile at somebody at the grocery store, at the gas station, in traffic, whatever. You never know when you're going to give someone a genuine compliment. Hey, I really, really love your earrings. Hey, I love your shoes. Your hair looks great today. You have a brilliant smile. And you mean that compliment. But to them, they had asked the universe for a sign that they really did need to be here. And you were their sign. You will never know how many lives you actually touch on a daily basis. You just won't. So, 2023, Carrie, is a very important year for you. For the people that you cross their path. You are supposed to cross their path. Every single person that you meet this year, whether it's in a grocery store line or whether it's a new best friend, I'm going to tell you, you need to trust your gut completely. If you are standing somewhere and your gut's like, please say hi to that guy, please say hi to that guy, please say hi to that guy, do it. If your gut's like, do not drive down that road, do not go to that grocery store, go to this one, do it. Even if you've never been there before, do it. Because this year is a very, very intense year for you. Your card for 2023 is, I shit you not, let love be your guide. Let love be your guide. I have a feeling that when you look back at this year, it's going to make such a profound impact on you going forward. Your soul is never going to be the same. All right, love. Welcome to the club. All right, Miss Christy Barrett, you ready? Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Aww. I hope they're good tears. Y'all cannot tell me that you're in tears and then not make sure to tell me that they're good tears. Good. I'm so glad, honey. All right. So for those of you guys asking about openings, I do not have any more openings tonight, but I will be doing this tomorrow. And I will put the tickets up on my website and on my link tree after I get done with this read, probably in about an hour. And if you want one, you better grab one because my lists fill up really quickly. And back here, let me do this. Do you mind hanging out for just a minute, Christy? Yeah, oh, I love Lay's potato chips. Just plain ass Lay's potato chips. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a live for tomorrow night. And then that way, those of you guys that would like tickets for tomorrow, you can go ahead and grab them. Give me just a minute. So those I'm doing this afternoon, love. I have done a few. I have done a couple of the lists, but I have not gotten to all of them yet. I had a backlog of shit. Sorry, I'm having to look around my phones. I had a backlog of shit. So I did take Christmas Eve completely off, but I worked Christmas. All right. So for those of you guys that are wanting to get a read that didn't get on today, then the 2023 card reads for tomorrow are up on my website. So if you follow that top link on my link tree, it'll take you. It's the one for New Year's Eve. And I will stream them. So don't worry. If you have plans tomorrow, you can watch it on YouTube later, okay? There you go. All right, Christy. Ready? I'm going to try not to Polly Shore it. Can't help it. All right, Christy. So what? Oh. Thank you, guys. Y'all are so sweet. What 2023 is removing from you is this. The many, many masks. There you are, girl. The many masks. This right here tells me that you have way too many masks that you keep on, and you just push the button and shift the mask to whatever it is you need to shift to at that moment. I would bet that your authentic self is so deep under there that it's been a while since you've seen that mask. It's been a while since you've seen that face. So what I love about that is it's going to be an intensive thing. I know everybody, when you hear that the universe is going to remove things and give you the opportunity to be your authentic self, we all kind of go, fuck yeah. But the problem is you don't realize, and this is really sad, you don't realize the people that are not ready for you to be your authentic self. You don't realize the people that are going to get removed from your life. You don't realize how many people are going to leave. Because you being your authentic self means they can no longer take advantage of you. You would think that the people that are supposed to love you and be in your corner would all be for you being your authentic self. They are not. I'm just going to tell you from experience. They are not. They are not. The people that are meant to be on your path, the people in your soul tribe, and the people that truly love you will always be there. Even if you do such a radical change that they're like, oh my God, like what the fuck? They will still be there, and they will still love you, and they will still support every fucking thing you do. Every fucking thing you do. Oh, I love my son. Hang on. I love him. Okay. All right. So, Miss Christie, it's going to be a year of all of those masks being literally stripped away. Some of them will be willingly and some of them will be forcefully. I'm just letting you know. Because when you, thank you, Miss Joy, when you decide to be your authentic self, some of the masks fall away they just, yeah. Thank you, Gerard. I appreciate that. Here's what 2023 is bringing you. Are you ready? Because this right here, I just kind of looked down again and this made me a little giddy for you. This is the luck and right timing card. This is Fortune's wheel. So in being your authentic self and having some of those things literally get removed, it brings you all of the luck and the right timing in the universe. And that right there, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. Because damn, just having luck and right timing is fucking fantastic. And here's what I love even more. This is your message for 2023. And this is the number one card in this deck. Life is an expression of you. Babe, this is going to be the year of your absolute empowerment. It's going to mean radical changes in your life. It's going to mean amazing luck and abundance. And it's going to mean that you fully step into your authentic self, period. And I think that's fantastic. And I am super, super proud of you. There are going to be some really, really hard moments. I'm just letting you know. But you are one of the people that 2023 is absolutely going to be your year. Now I have the hiccups. I see some of you guys talking about how I am messaging you. That is not me, love. I'll tell you what, if you guys ever have anybody message you that says they're me and they need to give you a reading or whatever, you have my explicit permission to fuck with them all you want. I'm serious. You have my permission. In fact, please send me screenshots. Because I've had a few of you guys send me screenshots of how y'all have been fucking with the scammers. And I need that laugh sometimes. I legit do. Please feel free to mess with them. I will never, ever, ever message you for a reading. Ever. Y'all, I don't have time to message people that I want to message, much less go through like 400,000 followers. Please feel free to fuck with them. Okay? Feel free. Thank you, my Gracie. Yeah, feel free. You have Bodhi's exclusive permission. In fact, when I looked, what sucks is that I can't get verified on TikTok. And for some reason, I can't get verified on Instagram. And I've trademarked the name The Blue Bodhi. You are so welcome, Christy, honey. I have an LLC. I've trademarked it. I am who I say I am. Like, I can provide all the proof. There were like 30 something of me here on TikTok. 30 something. I love you too. So this is my main account. I have one other account, and that is the Blue Bodhi 2, TOO, like the Blue Bodhi also. There's like 10,000 followers on there. That's it. That's it. On Instagram, I want to say that I have like 4,600 followers on there. I don't know how I have all these followers on TikTok and none on Instagram. Cracks me up. But I will do a video and show you, hey, this is me. This is me. So, all right. Miss Jessica Greensfelder. You ready? So I have Jessica, Joy, Dorothy, Dorothy's husband, and Nikki. Ready? Ready? But yeah, please follow me. Please follow me on YouTube. Please follow me on Instagram. I have Pinterest. I have Twitter. I have Facebook. I have all the things. And not just me. If you guys have other creators that are your favorite creators, especially on TikTok, please, please, please make sure you follow them on other platforms, because you never know. You never know. This is why I'm always streaming. When I'm on TikTok and streaming live, I'm also always streaming on YouTube. Okay? I try to post all my videos on TikTok, on YouTube as well. I forget. So, yeah. All right. Miss Jessica, you ready? Whoa. What 2023 is removing for you is bringing you out of stagnation. So this tells me that 2022 was a year of you pushing forward and then pushing back. Pushing forward and get back. It's like one step forward and two steps back every time. Every time. So it was stagnant, even though it was a lot. Sometimes things can be a lot, guys. It can be a lot of movement and still be stagnant. If you've had a lot of movement over the year, over the month, whatever, but you're right back to where you started, that's stagnation. That is stagnation. That is just you struggling in the quicksand and still being stuck in the quicksand. It's stagnation. So, Jessica, 2023 is moving you out of stagnation. Like, you don't have a choice. It is moving you out of stagnation. Done. Done. What I love about it, though, even though 2022 kept you in stagnation and kept you stuck, you still put all these plans into place. Am I right? Because what 2023 is bringing into you is this. Plans coming into fruition. And that's self-explanatory. That's self-explanatory. So, 2023 is going to be a year of moving you out of this soul-sucking quicksand you were in 2022 and putting you in place for all of your plans, everything you've been trying to get ready to go fall into your lap. So, here's your message. Here's your message. You ready? Now, this is the 8 card. It's the infinity card. A lot of you guys have got this tonight. You are worthy, sweet pea. You are absolutely worthy of everything that you have put plans in place for. You are absolutely worthy, not only of the plans you have put in place, but the things that the universe has for you. You deserve every bit of it. Every bit of it, sweetheart. Every bit. You are worthy. So when all of these plans start happening, when everything starts falling into your lap and coming to fruition, and you start looking around and going, I don't know that I deserve this. You are worthy, honey. I promise. I promise. So, guys, one way to know if it's really me that you're talking to on Instagram, it's not me. So if you message so here's a way to tell, okay? If this person is messaging you, close out Instagram and then go in and message them back. If you don't get an autoresponder telling you to message the site, that is not me. Also, Look at the spelling. I had somebody send me a screenshot that said it's the blue Bodhi, and blue has 3 E's. They do this to all the creators. They steal our face. They steal our words. They steal our videos. They steal our photos. I have an autoresponder on all of my social media accounts telling you to message the website. And I also have it to where my social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram, now feed to my website. So I get the messages there because we found that we weren't getting all of them. So, yeah. But trust me, I know it's rampant. It ramps up about every month and a half, 2 months, and then down. So, yeah. All right, Joy Peters, are you ready? Here we go. Joy. Oh, girl. Sorry, I had to have a chip for that one. What 2023 is removing for you is radical acceptance. Guess what? You literally don't have to please everybody. You don't have to accept all the bullshit. Now, when I say you don't have to accept everybody, guys, I mean like you don't have to accept those people that treat you like fucking shit. You don't have to accept that, nor do you have to accept them. My parents, I am so glad that I grew up the way I grew up. My parents taught us that you aren't better than anybody else and no one else is better than you. My parents also were big proponents of who gives a fuck what somebody looks like, where they come from, what they are, what they do, etc. If they're nice to you, you be nice to them back. If they're a dick to you, you be a dick back. You don't have to be accepting of everybody's energy. 2023 is going to remove some people from your life, honey. Just saying. Oh, thank you, Susanna. 2023 is going to remove some people from your life, just so you know. People whose energy is shit. I see you enough in here, and I've read for you a few times. Like, when I see you a lot, if I've read for you more than a couple times and I get to know your name, like, I see you in here. Even though I don't see your face, I see you. Wait, maybe I should say, even though I don't see your face, I see you. There we go. I get to kind of know you. I get to know your energy. I get to know what you're going through. Joy, I know you're a good person. I know you're a good person. And I know that you go out of your way to make other people feel like they belong. And this is going to sound terrible, but I don't care. Not everybody belongs. They just don't. Not everybody belongs. If you're a cunt, you don't belong. Go be a cunt somewhere else. Go fuck off. It is what it is. Like me as a business owner, I own 3 businesses. As a business owner, I was that way for so long. Like, the customer is always right. The only time the customer was ever wrong is if they attack one of my girls. Oh no, you don't attack one of the people that work for me. No. Because this is why I have everybody message everything through the website, because it gives us a thing that everybody can see. And here's the other thing. I'm a Capricorn and I lived with a narcissist for 15 years. I document and over document everything. So if somebody attacks one of my girls or whatever, I will go through and look at all the messages. And so, like, if my girls actually didn't respond or didn't something, I'll be like, hey, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. But if they did, you're going to get a shot. You're going to get a shot. If you just didn't pay attention to your emails where we were sending them to you or whatever, and you were hateful to one of my girls, oh my God, mama. If you're a cunt, your energy does not need to be around my energy. I'm realizing that. And even as a business owner, I have to fire clients all the time. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not a public corporation. I don't have to do things for everybody. I will until you're a cunt. And that's it, Joy. When people are a cunt, you don't have to do things for them. I think the universe is going to show you this year who is not deserving of your energy. You have a great energy, sweetheart. And I think that you've been spreading it too thin and giving it to too many people. So, this right here is what 2023 is bringing to you. This is the drifter. This is experiencing life as it comes. So some of the people that are going to be removed from your life, it is going to leave a little bit of a void. And it's going to leave you kind of in this like, okay, this is a big shift. I'm not quite sure what's going on. This is experiencing life as it comes. It's a weird thing to be in. But once you get used to it, it's hard to go back. So this is your message for 2023. This is let go of fixed plan. This right here tells me, that you've been trying to plan too deep and too hard. Stop stressing about the plan. I have a feeling also seeing these, it tells me that you are a planner and you probably need to plan things out like I plan things out. Like I got to have like 9 plans. This is going to be a year where the universe makes sure that you learn how to float. That makes sense, Miss Joy? Got ya. All right, Miss Dorothy, you ready? So I'm going to do you first, Dorothy, and then I'm going to do your husband, okay? And then I have Nikki Milbury, and that is it. I'm going to go eat dinner. You are so welcome, Joy, honey. I always enjoy seeing your face. Well, you know what I mean. Seeing your name. It's your face. It's your TikTok face. All right. Miss Dorothy. What 2023 is removing from you is the Fool's Embrace. This is transmuting pain. That was a big truck. I thought that was thunder at first. I was like, what the fuck? My whole house was shaking. That was crazy. This is transmuting pain. This right here, this is a lot. This is a lot that's fixing to come off your plate. This is where you have been trying to fix and take on everybody else's pain and everybody else's sadness and problems and so on. And transmute it into something else. It's breaking you down. It's breaking your energy down. I have a feeling it's probably breaking your meat sack down a little bit. What 2023 is bringing into you is moving you out of stagnation. This tells me that you have been keeping yourself stagnant to help everybody else. You have not been moving yourself forward to help everybody else. But 2023 is going to remove that. Oh, wow. You can't make this shit up. I didn't even look at this other card yet. 2023 is going to remove all of this stagnation. It is going to be a year of, wow, I got a weird voice there. It is going to be a year of you moving forward. It's going to be a year of you climbing the hill. It's going to be a year of being in the void, of being in the hallway, of moving forward. Okay. Hey, just Jen. Because here is the message. Here is the message for 2023 for you. And this is the number 3 card, which is perfect balance. The way is clear. The way is clear for you to move forward, Miss Dorothy, on your path and work on you, honey. Okay. This makes me really happy for you. It's going to be an interesting year. Energetically, it's going to be a hard year, but the way is clear for Dorothy to be Dorothy. So on some of the astrological reads, they have been posted on YouTube already. And the others will be, I would say, probably within the next couple days. Okay. I don't know if they have gotten all the links sent out yet. Sass has a jobby job that she's really, really tied up with until tomorrow at midnight. So you got to close out the year. You got to do all the things, and that's what she's doing. So, all right. This one right here. Thank you, Just Jen. This one right here is for Dorothy's husband, and I know you told me his name, and I'm so sorry that I don't remember it because I know it was like 3 hours ago. But Dorothy's husband, here's your reading. Oh, you two are yin and yang, aren't you? You two are literally yin and yang. You're about to see why. What 2023 is removing for you is being lost in space, needing direction. Where Dorothy is headed this year, you've been there this last year. You've kind of been drifting. You've kind of been trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Every time you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, the universe goes, nope. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. Nope. So it's like you just kind of have had no direction. You have the energy, you have the drive, you have the want, you want to do the things, but it's like the universe just keeps spinning you the fuck around to the point that, you know, when you were a little kid and you spin so much you fall down, like that's what happens. That's what the universe does to you. And that's what 2022 did to you. So that's what 2023 is removing, is being lost in space and you just needing direction. Here's why I say y'all are yin and yang again. Because what 2023 is bringing into you is transmuting pain. This is a double-edged sword. Because being lost brings a lot of things. Because this being lost right here brings pain with it. Even though you grow, even though you're trying, even though you're wanting to move forward, it still brings some pain with it. You're going to be transmuting your own pain, which also can mean some intense shadow work, but you're going to be transmuting your own pain. The other side of this sword is that you two being yin and yang, where she's going to let go of taking on some of the responsibilities of dealing with other people's pain and bullshit. You're going to take some of them on. So my advice here is to be very careful. You don't have to take all of them on. There's going to be a couple that she has to let go of because it's causing a physical toll on her. And you are the one that needs to take those on. Does that make sense? Because this person still needs that help. But just be careful. I would say maybe 2 or 3. Maybe 2 or 3. It also tells me that you have a very strong energetic presence. Because if you're able to take some of these people on purpose to help her, y'all work together, the yin and the yang, you have a very, very strong energetic soul, energetic purpose. Very strong. So it wouldn't surprise me if people feel safe next to you. If when people come in the room you're in, they just kind of relax a little bit. It also wouldn't surprise me to know that Dorothy is intensely talented as far as energy work goes, as far as empathic abilities go, healing abilities, etc. And you are kind of her protector. Like she feels like she can actually be who she is, who her soul is when she's with you, because she knows that you are there to protect her. So here is your message for 2023. This is breathe love into your life. Thank you, CEO Love. This is breathe love into your life. So this right here doesn't mean that you need to go love everybody. On the bottom of that card, it says, remind yourself to breathe. Being lost takes a toll on our energy, takes a toll on ourselves, it literally takes a toll on us. And so we get to the point where we kind of hold our breath with stuff because we aren't sure what the universe has in store for us, or if that's going to be yanked back or whatever. Then you add into it that you're taking on some of these other energetic things for her. Don't let it be too much that you forget to take time for you, that you forget to breathe, because it happens. Okay. Thank you, CEO Love. All right, Nikki Millberry. Are we ready? My last one. Not bad. 3.5 hours. Well, it'll probably be 3 hours and 45 minutes by the time I get done with Nikki and do my little chatty chat. So I never ever, so here's what's funny, Nikki. I know you're like, oh, you could do my, no, that's not it. I always think it's really funny because there are some times that I'll have an event on and people, they'll buy tickets and then some people just leave them in their cart and they never check out, right? So it holds those tickets for people, for other people. Well, after 2 hours, those tickets open back up. Like they get removed from the cart and open back up. Most of the time, I have a timer on there, so that doesn't happen, right? Every now and then I do. And I'm actually really excited to pull cards for you because when that happens, when somebody manages to get one of the ending reads on a sold out list, I'm like, oh, you really need to hear this shit. Like you must really need to hear this shit. So I'm like super excited to see these cards. So I haven't turned them over. Like other people, I've been turning them over. I'm literally not going to turn yours over until I'm reading that card because I want to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So I'm even going to leave them like this so y'all can see that I'm not turning them over. So what 2023 is removing for you is reconciliations. Apparently, you have been letting people back into your life that don't need to be there. You have been reconciling with the way that you want to be, the way that you used to be, whatever it is. I have a feeling that there are people and there are ways that you are and don't need to be that you have been reconciling with, like, oh, well, they have changed. They have not. I'm going to tell you guys from experience. When someone comes back into your life and they're like, I have changed, they have not. It's just like somebody that's like, I am honest to a fault. No, you're not. You wouldn't have to tell me that. I am loyal to a fault. No, or you wouldn't have to tell me that. Whatever someone says, if they are pushing it. Now, if somebody comes back to you and they're like, hey, I realized that I had an alcohol problem. I have gotten clean and I've been clean for a year or so. That's a change. But if they just come back and they're like, I've changed, I'm not that person anymore. Dude, it's been 2 weeks. No, you haven't. But some people are really good at it. And they make you feel really bad. And they're like, well, maybe they really have changed. Maybe I was too harsh. No. Nikki Love, you're absolutely right. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. Here's something, and Nikki, I have a feeling you need to hear this just because of that. Here's something that I implemented in 2019. So almost 4 years now. No second chances. None. And I know that I've had people say, oh, well, everybody deserves a second chance. No, they don't. Because guess what? This is that whole fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. You don't get it twice. You don't get it twice. Because guess what? If you can't, this is what Sass always says, I suck up front. If you can't suck up front and be like, hey, I already know I'm probably not going to text you back, but it doesn't mean that I don't like you anymore. What, you know what I mean? Like, I get busy, I forget. If you can't be honest with me up front, if you want to pretend to be someone or something you're not, and then I find out later on that you're a shit soul, there is no second chance there. None. One time did I allow someone to have a second chance, and I paid for it, and I realized you're a dumb fuck, and you got everything you deserved. I've been married twice. Once for a whopping 1.5 years and once for 15 years. Both times it took me 4 goddamn times to leave. 4. No second chances. There are no second chances. If you say the words, if you cut the tie, whatever it is, done. I'm out. I'm out. And my Capricorn ass will shut and slam and lock that door with every goddamn lock I have. Nope. You are dead to me. No second chances. So here's what 2023 is bringing in. Oh, you're gonna, wow. You're definitely going through a major level up this week. So this is the card. This card is number 59 and this is 58. This is me dropping the card on the floor. This is the vanishing mirror. This is ego going out the window. This is you literally shifting from who you were. Oh, I can't wait to see this card. God, I can't wait to see this card. This is literally you shifting from who you were to who you're supposed to be. So I don't know how long you've been here. And if you heard me talk about, how some people had the rest of their souls come in last year, that's what's happening to you this year. That's what's happening to you this year. Your soul made a deal to come here. And your soul had and will have some hard shit that it has to go through. Some people that it has to set in motion. And I would bet that you had a very interesting childhood. I would bet that you probably have very intense gifts. And I would bet that you've been feeling almost this anticipation for the last probably 3 years. Usually I find that when somebody has the rest of their soul step in, that it's about a 2.5 to 3 year period before you feel this anticipation, like you know something humongous is coming and you can't pinpoint it. You feel like you're running out of time. And that's the big one. They feel like they're running out of time because the part of their soul that's there feels like they're running out of time to get everything done before the rest of their soul comes in and they have to do this. The rest of your soul steps in this year. By the end of 2023, you are going to be a completely different person. You are going to be a completely different person. In fact, I would bet by June or July, you look back at pictures of yourself this January and go, I don't know who that is. When the rest of your soul steps in, like this is literally a countdown. 59, 58. I'm dying to see this card. When the rest of your soul steps in, it's an intense, hardcore shift. And I'm not kidding. You will look back at pictures of yourself and go, what the fuck is that? And it's the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing. It does. It will feel like death is coming. That's exactly how it feels. You feel like you're running out of time until it happens. And then you feel like the whole world is open in a way that it's never been open before. Are you ready to see this? Are you ready to see this? Because I'm ready to see it. This is your message for 2023. I love this card. Explore, love, and create. The only thing that holds you back is you. The only thing that holds you back is you. When your soul steps in, honey, and this goes for all of you, when your soul steps in and every bit of you is back, there is no feeling like that in the world. You feel like you legit cannot be stopped. You feel like the world will do, the universe will do whatever you ask it to do. This is why I tell everybody to, I'm trying to prepare you guys, because when you have the rest of your soul step in and the universe, you kind of get, it's like you get the cheat code. Your voice is suddenly the cheat code. So when you put out into the universe, I never win anything. I'm going to be alone the rest of my life. You're literally putting that into the matrix, putting that into the tapestry of the universe. So of course you're going to be alone. Of course you're never going to have anybody. Of course you're never going to win. So this is why I start telling people, like, know what you don't want first. Know what you don't want first. Because when you know what you don't want, yeah. When you know what you don't want, when you know what you don't know, it's much easier. It's much easier to tell the universe what you're manifesting. Just like the car analogy I told you guys about earlier. If you can pinpoint, if you tell the universe, I want a new car, I need a new car. And you can pinpoint, like, I don't want these 15 types of cars, but I'm okay with any of these 7. That just cut down 2/3 of what was out there. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So, I am so glad you guys stuck around me for so long. And Nikki, I am so glad I got to read that for you. I told you, that's why when you were like, you can do my life. No, that's not it. That is not it. I knew you needed to hear it. I knew you needed to hear it. I'm glad I got to read that for you. So, you're so welcome, love. You're so, so welcome. Mwah. That is my last reading for today. But before I go, for those of you guys that weren't here at the beginning, I want to give you a couple of little inside scoops. On the 1st, which is Sunday, my new schedule starts. Tomorrow and Sunday during the day, I will be on. I'm doing some New Year's candle workings. You guys can get tickets if you would like one. Manifestation, abundance, protection, whatever you need. And then tomorrow night, I will be doing this again because it's been a while since I've drawn cards and I kind of forgot how much I like to. Yeah, it is one of my talents. I love my cards. So I will be doing this again tomorrow. Come spend New Year's Eve with me. I will put a live up so you guys will know. But on the 1st, my new schedule starts. So Sunday night will be Zodiacs and Reiki. I will be doing Reiki for an hour first, and then I will pull the Tuesday Zodiacs to Sunday. So you guys will start the week off energetically ready to kick the world in the fucking face, and you'll already have a blueprint of what punches are coming your way. I got you. Then Monday morning at 10 a.m., and I know some of you guys will be at work. Don't stress. I will have it on YouTube as well. Monday morning at 10 a.m. is the first episode of Makeup and Mayhem. Not only will I be reviewing several different kinds of makeup. Do y'all know how hard it is for me to have brand new makeup sitting in there that I just got that I can't open yet because I gotta wait till Monday? The stupid. I'll be reviewing some of my favorites, some of my favorite brands. Thank you, love. And we'll be talking about some mayhem, covering one of my favorite places. So I grew up going to the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I love the place. I go back multiple times a year. We'll cover the Crescent Hotel and its very sordid, very weird past, and hopefully give you guys an appreciation of the place as well. Then I am actually going to take off Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I know. Y'all are gonna shit cookies. I've got to start taking time off. If I don't, I'm gonna croak. Not really. I broke TikTok. YouTube, I broke TikTok. I was hoping it would come back on. Thursday will always be Reiki. It will always be Reiki. In fact, it will probably always be Reiki and artwork. I'm just letting you guys know. Fridays Fridays at 8:30 will be Astrolicious. There we are. Let me repeat that because I saw that TikTok broke and now it's back on. Thursdays will always be Reiki. Oh, yep, there we go. Broke it again. Fridays will be Astrolicious, where I will be doing astrology readings of some type, and I will have that list up shortly. Not only will I be doing astrology readings, but I'll be reviewing some new kind of food and drink. If you guys have makeup, if you guys have food and drink, I don't drink alcohol, so please don't ask me for alcohol. But food or drink that you'd like me to review, that you've always wanted to try, but maybe you just don't want to go buy it or whatever, I'm down. I got you. Send me a message to the site. Please let me know. Or if you guys work for a company that does makeup, that does a certain kind of food, that does drinks or whatever, and you would like me to review your product, please let me know. I'm down. I am down like a clown, Charlie Brown. Then Saturdays is the Bodhiverse, and this is the one that I'm super excited about. I used to do the Bodhiverse at the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, and it kind of fell off because of my travel schedule, and it just did. But that's okay, because the Bodhiverse is back on January 7th. I have an amazing lineup of both my favorite and your favorite TikTok creators, some of my celebrity clients, celebrity friends. Just in the next 3 months, I have a ex-female pro wrestler, a horror villain, and a 90s child star to come on and talk about everything. So yeah. All right. I am going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat. Guys, please make sure that you're members of my site so you can get the emails and find out about all the things before everybody else does. I am waiting on 2 more people to solidify their dates, and then I will put out a video telling you guys who will be on the Bodhiverse. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm actually hopefully going to take the evening off. Probably not.